Hello, welcome in to another week's streams. I've just realised my camera's a little bit off. Grappig in the chat, yeah, he was doing that in the voice chat, to be honest. Part of the reason I come over to stream chat, so it's just us guys. But welcome in, everyone. We got some Group 3 sprint racing going ahead for you guys today. The usual spectator commentary, sorry. Hang on, let me turn my phone down before that starts echoing back. But yes, some spectator commentary for you all this afternoon. No scoreboard, this evening, sorry. No scoreboard tonight, guys. We're just going to be running old school Group 3. The scoreboard will make a return on Thursday. Yaski, how you doing, buddy? Jolvo, Panam, Grappig. Who else we got in here with us, guys? Anyway, as you can see, though, the lobby is here, ready to go. Antonio Olivella, hello, welcome. All good, how are you? Yeah, I'm not bad, Yaski, I'm alright. Yeah, and I was feeling really, really ill yesterday. But then today, woke up, we're all good. So, yeah, we're going to crack on with the stream. Let's just turn me camera up. Turn the second sun down a bit. There we go, but we do like a little bit of backlighting. What's up, Harrison? Yeah, should we just get the lobby going? Is everyone ready to jump in? Obviously, I'll give the people that have had the time to or taken the time to come and join us today. Give you guys first dibs on the spaces, of course. But yeah, so long as we're all good to go. Alan's ready to go. Panam, let's go. Lobby is open, fellas. Let's go. Yaski's in the mood. He knows. Get the R's out for the boys, and we know we're good to go. Practice is your qualifying again today, guys. We're not going to be running a qualifier session. It's the sprint, so it's just get in, see if you can get a relatively tidy lap out in practice, and then we'll get underway with the racing. So the lobby's live. Who's going to be the first one in? Let's have a look, shall we? Wow, 14 people in. Spat, Sliced, Panam, Deluxe, Jolvo, Harrison, Yaski, Elmo, Grappig, Olivella, Vantage. So we've got everyone in so far from... Yeah, everyone is in from the lobby. We've got a few newcomers. We've got Leroy and Nico Valley. It's the newcomers that I can spot anyway. Well, yeah, and so we'll wait for them to connect up. There's one more space in the lobby at the moment, fellas. There we go. Right, lobby is now full. So, just waiting for everyone to connect in. We'll let these guys know about the stream, and then yes, we'll get underway with some spectating. I'm going to nip to the toilet quickly as well, and then yeah, it shouldn't be too long afterwards, and we'll get going. Can you put Race Shop on? Race Shop should be on if you just take your car out. So if you don't enter or unenter the race, you should then be able to use Racing Shop. But yes, return of the Spat. Flexi is also here, and an A+ driver, which is nice to see. Yeah, good thing I didn't tag Leroy then. Welcome in. Stream has live spectator commentary. YouTube RDR 1228. Thank you. Dylan Stewart has joined in. Hello, Dylan. How we doing? One of the OGs. Orion is late. There is one space, Orion, if you can get it. The space has now gone. To who? Marduk, the Polish. Not Orion, the Belgian. Let's see, though. Benefit of the doubt, as we know, it's open lobby. But yeah, Lake Maggiore, as requested by Panam, head of the racing department. He wanted Maggiore out first, and to be honest, I'm with it because it is a really, really good shout. How's it going? Yeah, not bad, mate, not bad. I'd say recovered from a little bit of illness at the end of the weekend, which I'm glad about because I really was worried it was going to stretch over. But we're all good. We're back on the headset mic as well, so we're not going to be using the stand mic. This mic, which you could barely see. Yeah, this mic. We're not using this mic anymore because it's just it's not really working out. Yes, guys, as you know, we've got the practice session running now. That's basically your qualifying, so get that done, and then we'll get into the race. So I'll change over to the Red Dragon car, even though we're not racing. Welcome in. Stream has live spectator commentary, YouTube audio 1228. Thank you. Never mind, he's left. Space in the lobby, Orion, by the way. Tell you what, guys, I'm just going to nip to the toilet. I'm going to jump back on over to the Discord, which is a bit of a brave move, but we'll see if they behave. There we go.
Wait, do we have qualifying?
We're back now. No qualifying, so the practice is the qualifying. I'm just to let you guys know as well, I'm just nipping to the toilet, so that's where I jump back in.
Okay.
So,
yeah, I can hear that from the stream.
Panam, Jolo, you two are in charge.
Yep.
Have a good toilet, hopefully you don't get stuck.
It's
Please
gonna
don't get lost in the
stink!
toilet.
We're cooked. We have it.
Bro's gonna forget the air freshener.
Alright, the boys are gonna lock him in the room. Rosie.
You're just gonna hear her scream, "It's gonna blow!" Like,
Harrison,
Yeah.
No, I'll break.
Harrison, all you're gonna hear is that the ghost locked him in the room. And then now what?
you're just hearing the door clink, like, "Oh, I can't get out! I can't get out,
No,
and
you're
it
just gonna hear
stinks!"
the
Like,
spirit box going off in the background as well.
You can just hear the spirit box, yeah.
He's gonna be like, what's that thing covered in green dots?
Ooh. Oh,
This lap is
shit.
absolutely shocking.
Bro, my lap is so slow.
Mine has been ruined by a Ferrari.
Graphic
I'm
then.
so slow on this track. It is not funny.
Hello, I is back.
That was very quick.
I do not have
I only went for a wee. Went a long one.
Yeah, but did you wash your hands?
Bro, vent.
Graphic,
Caught out in 4K? No.
Vent, I don't know where
Graphic,
you're going, but you're going slow.
Right, let's jump in board.
yeah,
Let's have a
that
look
was very
through the
intentional.
grid. Who's placing where? You're last.
God,
Places
vent
in hell.
it.
Yeah.
My god, bro.
Right.
Get the life out of me.
Let me just pull up
That's
my commentary keyboard. There we go. Yes. Oh, on board with Spat as he runs off, so that's fine. Let's jump on board with Yaski.
The French
Once
guy.
again, oh yes, Yaski, our famous Frenchman, once again returning in the simplistic
Yeah,
white DHL board sponsored 911 RSR. Zach will be happy with that. Of course, that's Zach or Mr. DHL Zach Vroom. Vroom millimeter. Pan-Am out on top now. As of current, 158.
Sped to the 55.
5 seconds from Discord to YouTube. Right, that's not bad. That's 5-second delay. I'll take a 5-second
be
delay.
worse.
It could be worse. Could be a Monday. Oh, Orion has made it in. I've just ripped the lanyard off
See
that.
that
Oops.
Yes.
What did you do?
No, don't worry.
This
Nothing
graphic
happened.
being graphic.
It was
Typical.
very sportsmanship and clean racing.
Shut up.
Is that why even Slice took the time out to commend you on something?
Yep. It was so clean that he just had to.
You and clean do not go together.
I'm the cleanest driver here.
Right. Anyway, fellas, we're on 7 minutes time now, so 3 minutes left, and then we'll get started.
No, I think I'm the cleanest driver here.
Yes.
Don't lie to
So
yourself.
far.
I never lie to myself.
No. Why would you?
There we go. 3
I know
minutes
the
until we go.
Truth is weird to accept sometimes.
So let's jump on with Olivella.
Who?
Olivella in the
Olivella.
Ferrari, Spanish
Olivella?
driver.
Yeah.
Oh, he held me up so much.
Yeah, but he looks good while he's doing it, if he is holding you up. 'Cause that Ferrari's gorgeous.
What if I hit him off? Does he look good?
Does it look good coming in sand?
Graphic, I thought you was the cleanest driver, bro.
Grappig and clean driving do not go in the same sentence.
Does it look good?
Ha!
Does it look
Ilmo
good?
in the
Does it
in the Aldi's Hurricane. Not too sure Aldi's have got the budget for a Hurricane-sponsored racing team,
Ah.
but
You never
They
know.
do, bro.
you never
They
know.
definitely do.
4 milliseconds behind Spad, bro.
Should have been 4 milliseconds faster.
Yep.
Yeah, should we just once again do?
I hate this track, so curse
I
you,
love
Pan Am.
I hate you.
I hate
This
people.
is why I chose it.
Yeah, well.
Once
Pan Am-
finished, jump into pits.
To be honest, Pan Am is as weird as his track choices.
I know.
I like this track. I don't see what your beef is with it. Viking,
Ah.
evening. How are we, sir?
Yeah, but Matt,
Welcome
you can
in.
like every track, you don't drive on them.
That is true. No, I don't.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
in the
but
stream,
Matt,
anyway.
It's
Hey,
an
look
Yeah,
at
Italian
what
so
track.
I don't want to hear anything from
You
Yeah,
talk
but
about
Matt-
people driving on the track.
Matt, it's an Italian track that's not Monza.
That is a very good one, I think.
It's one of the best tracks of the game, says Yaski.
No, la Mugello, Misano.
Yeah, well,
Yaski is
yeah,
French,
yeah,
we don't accept
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Oi, we accept Yaski. Yaski is the only Frenchman that we. Yaski's the only Frenchman that we allow.
We tolerate them.
No. I welcome Yaski with open arms. You lot,
Yeah,
you can
same.
crack on. If you want to hate all Frenchmen, that's your choice. But Yaski, I allow with or welcome arms. He's allowed.
Yaski is safe.
I mean,
Yaski's
if
ground.
you want, if you want, I can make it even worse for you, Matt. Graphic is just a sideways French flag.
He is just a sideways
my
French
flag is good.
I agree.
Viva la France, boys, says
Oh, well,
Yaski.
Pan Am, you're just a sideways Belgian flag, Mike.
Wrong.
You're a Belgian flag switched around. That's better. Happy
It's
now?
been a while since I
So you're
raced
practically
around.
calling him
Conscious.
Orion, but sideways.
Yeah.
You're a sideways Orion, is what you're saying to him there.
Burke, you're making.
Right, so
Oh,
from
okay.
10th down to 15th, they're all sat in the pits waiting. It's just clocked over the 10 minutes, which is the 3 minutes left timer. How much more time does everyone need, by the way, guys?
None.
None, are we all good to go?
Yeah, good to go. Yep.
I'm still doing my lap. I'm still
No,
doing my
no,
lap.
good to
Hold
go.
on.
Yeah,
good
go,
to
go.
No, I'm not looking to snake anyone. You
Don't
got a
give
couple
him
of you literally got a couple of seconds to finish this lap. As soon as you finish your lap, let me know. Slice going for the 458 as
Pan
well.
Am. Interesting livery.
Yeah, hit me with the R's in the chat like D-Lock and Yaskiev.
Oh,
Let me know.
Hit him with a B in the chat.
Hit him with an L.
Jolvo, Harrison.
okay.
Harrison, I'm going to take that as an R. Nico's ready. Alan's ready. Slice is
Yeah, no,
ready.
it's the hard one.
Oh, Christ.
Okay, bro, wait.
You had to, didn't you?
Okay, damn.
Ah,
I mean,
can't keep it
I mean,
clean.
he writ it for me.
Bro, that took us.
Cannot keep it clean, can you, fellas?
We took it.
Are we all ready to go, though?
Jesus
Third is
Christ,
crazy.
I mean, if
Harrison
you were writing
and
a joke out
Ilmo.
for me,
Oh, gee.
It was. I will give it. It was sort of written. It was written in, in the ink before him. It was given to him, but yeah, he just didn't have to, did he?
You already know Harrison has that in his autocorrect.
I think it's 30 seconds.
Right. Anyway,
Okay.
let's jump on out of. Pan Am, you might have to move me here a second. Oh no, you can't. Can you? You're racing shit.
No.
Well,
Yeah, my Discord has disappeared, so I can't. I can't
Mine
access my
has
Discord.
disappeared.
It's undisappeared now. It's fine. It's back. Right. Anyway, though, fellas, best of luck in the race, and we'll catch you afterwards. 6 laps here of Automaggiore.
5.
Good luck, Matt.
Thank you. I need it, especially with you lot. Right. There we go. So it's just me and you now, stream. So, without any further ado, let's get ourselves underway for not 6 laps, 5 laps of Automaggiore. Because as Pan Am said, roughly about 2 minutes a lap. It'll bring us nicely to about the 10-minute mark for the race. So then, the board as it stands. Jolvo out in front, topping off the grid. We've got Slice in second, Pan Am in third, Spatula then in fourth, Orion in fifth, Yaski in sixth, D-Lock seventh, and Ilmo eighth. Grappig, Vantage, Harrison, Statistics, Dylan, Valley, and Oliviella. Let's go. Lights out here at Autodromo Lake Maggiore for the first time here in our Group 3 sprints this evening. Sliced instantly jumps that Ferrari straight up to the top of the grid, putting himself up into first. What's going on here? Yaski running a little bit wide. D-Lux having a little bit of a wider movement as well. However, it looks like the whole grid has made it through the first 2 sections nice and clean. Sliced is out in front and starting to tear away with the race so far. We are only 1 lap in, but a half a second gap has already developed between himself and Jolvo. Roughly the same gap then back to Orion, who stuck himself up into 3rd place. Ilmo in 4th then, just behind Orion, right on his bumper, looking to make a difference to the race standings here. He's also got Spatula to worry about behind him in that row M6 as well. That is a phenomenally fast car, so definitely one to watch going forward. Spat now looking to go on the inside of the Maggiore S's. Elmo defending the inside line, but Slat just nipping it ahead. Plus then D-Lux slipping up the inside as well. That's a 2-position loss for Elmo. Unfortunately, there was just nowhere really he could have gone for the defence on it. So then, Sliced and Jolvo approach the swooping hairpin now. Probably one of my favourite corners on this track. You can really get into that curb and get some excellent exit speed as you come down here. I mean, as we can see here now, Sliced with a fantastic exit, pushing himself just about 1.1 seconds ahead of Jolvo, who's also got 1.2 seconds back to 3rd place of Spatula. Of course, Spatula in that row M6, now putting the work in to get away from Orion behind him. We'll ride on board with Spatula just for a second there as he battles off Orion, heading into the final couple of corners to complete the first lap. I mean, this one, Spats had a bit of a wobble, but it hasn't cost him too much time. Luckily, his pace keeps him ahead of Orion by a fair chunk. And of course, Orion then has also got difficulties himself in the form of D-Lux in his M6 creeping up behind. He's actually closer to, D-Lux is closer to Orion than Orion is to Spatula, so yeah, he's definitely switched over to the defensive mode here. So yes, Orion running in the AMG, what's that, is that the No Good Racing? I think, sorry, Good Angle Racing, something like that. Good Smile Racing, there we are, sorry. Good Smile Racing with a couple of RDR stickers on as well. So yes, about a second out now between the top running cars. So yes, about 2.5 seconds gap from 3rd to the pace. Orion has then got D-Lux just about a second behind, and Yaski's then just a little touch behind of D-Lux as well. Yaski did have some issues initially with Elmo, but I think they may have dropped down a bit now. Oh no, there he is. Ilmo, yeah, he's right on to the back end of that Porsche now, really applying the pressure to our fellow Frenchman here. Yaski, of course, one of the longest standing members, not quite an OG in the sense of he hasn't got a he hasn't got the OG status. He hasn't been here since the absolute beginning, but he has been here for a very long time. Always great to see him in the races as well. But yeah, he's just started to pull the gap off now between himself and Ilmo. Ilmo's backed off there, relieving a bit of pressure from the rear end of Yaski. Now it's just the pressure up ahead for D-Lux, as he's trapped in a little bit of he's in a bit of a situation here. He's got the toe and the battle going on for 4th place up ahead of him. But yes, Yaski in the mirrors in that RSR dangling away does look very dangerous at this moment in time. So then, back from Ilmo, we have Panam and Harrison tied in their battle. We've got an M6 being driven by the pair of them, Shadow Realm Racing for Harrison and the Repsol livery for Panam. Bit of a wobble there for Panam in the penultimate couple of corners, but he's made it out alright. Again, just onto the back end of Ilmo now and applying that pressure to the Hurricane. Nice wide lines from all of those there. Fantastic racing. Further then back, we have got Dylan, Vital Statistics, and Olivella. These three are tied in a bit of a tussle here for the lower down spots, as is Grapig and Nico Vali there as well. And then Alan in Vantage GT3 and Rexy, sorry, because this green one. In Rexy there, just ringing up the rear. So, I have just missed the move on from Spatula on Jolvo. Let's see if we can go back and catch it. No, we can't. That's just ahead of it. Never mind. So, yes, Spatula running in 2nd place with Jolvo just a touch behind in his 911 RSR. However, that little slip from the grass for Spatula has put him onto a bit of the back foot. Jolvo now attacking in the RSR, putting the moves in on him. But again, no, Spat's just been able to recover, put his toe down, and keep that M6 nice and steady through the S's and down to the swoop and bend, where Jolvo is going to have to go back and rethink his attack. He's going to take a bit of slipstream here. Is he going to push to the outside and make the wide move? Spatula closes the door on him, keeps him out. Excellent defending from Spat. Jolvo once again pushing. Fantastic exit for the Porsche, puts them too wide as they enter into the third and final sector. While this battle's happening, of course, Sliced just slowly starting to run away with it, with a 2-second gap now between himself and Spatula. The car that is defending off Jolvo in the RSR currently in second place. Let's jump aboard then with the rear of the M6 as again we watch Jolvo plan his attack and pounce on Spatula to take second position. Jolvo, of course, started this race in first. However, that Ferrari off the line just beat the Porsche in the launch, and Sliced took the initial bend, or initial position, sorry, into the bend. Jolvo and Spatula now have been having a battle. Spatula's come out on top with 4 laps in, penultimate lap, but Jolvo isn't letting him take it easily. He's pushing and pushing onto the back end of Spatula's M6. Making sure he's aware of him. He's dancing that 911 in each mirror. Looking for the opportunities. And again, Spat is an excellent defensive racing driver. So he's going to have to work really hard and find the perfect moment to squeeze past if he wants to take that position off of Spatula. Again, though, while these two are battling out, let's just have a look down the field and see what's going on. We've got Orion Yaski and Panam tied into a little tussle. Panam diving up the inside of Yaski and slotting that M6 just ahead of the RSR. Two titans around this track, the M6 and the RSR. Phenomenally fast cars for this class. I think the M6, again, personally, I'm a bit biased towards it as it's my choice of Group 3 car. However, I do find that the M6 can be a very sturdy and grounded car for these corners, especially with the elevation changes coming into effect. As is the AMG, though, that is being driven by Orion out in front. It has got a lot of ground clearance to be able to really use those curbs and take advantage of the dips in elevation. A little bit of a wide exit there for both Yaski and Orion. And of course, whilst talking about the moves and what's going on, Yaski has taken the position back from Panam. Panam now chasing Yaski down in 7th place. Harrison just waiting away in the distance. Panam now up into 6th after diving up to the inside of Yaski. Yaski having nowhere to go there. So just having to allow the move to be made. Yaski also now defending off Harrison. Harrison less than a 10th. Literally bumper to bumper here as we enter the final lap around this final bend. I'm not even too sure exactly what sort of bend that you would actually call that. It's not quite, it's not a hairpin, but it's certainly off camber and flowing. Yaski placing that 911 onto the inside line to try and make it around Harrison, but instead they just go too wide through the first corner. Very close between these two racers indeed, and Yaski, yet again, he is on the right side of Harrison in the M6. Can he make a move here with that line secured? No. Harrison just shuts the door on him, puts that M6 in front and secures the inside defensive line, keeping Yaski from taking the place. Just up ahead of him, though, there is Panam, who is battling Orion for 5th place. It's M6 versus AMG, the two German competitors, once again at it on the track. We've got Panam now looking to go around the outside. No room there, so he switches, goes to the inside, takes the wider line for the brakes through the S's. Orion up the inside once again on the switchback, but Panam with now a much better line and a more aggressive attack here. Can he get round Orion as it comes through these S's and down to the swooping bend? Oh, let's see. It is tough. Panam, I don't think, has built up enough momentum to go around in there. Could we see a move to the inside? No, neither one want to risk that. Both just looking to get as much exit speed. Panam with a much better exit out of that corner, though, out of the swooping hairpin from Orion. Onto the third section, now with Panam leading this little battle and in 5th position. Oh, Orion on the inside. Oh, Panam just running a little bit too wide on the exits. Or on the exit of section 2, into section 3. Orion taking advantage of that, using the speed and the corner ability of that AMG, slipping up the inside. Panam was left out in the lurch, had nowhere to go. So then, sliced bread across the line in first, Spatula in second, with Jolvo in 3rd place. I do apologise that I missed that one, fellas. Deluxe just comes across the line in 4th. Orion and Panam. It is a photo finish between the pair. Yaski And Elmo then coming in 7th and 8th. One more lap and you had him. Yeah, it looked really close on the finish there. Harrison in 9th, and now Dylan in the Scotland RSR coming across in 10th. Vital Statistics 11th, and Nico Valle now 25 seconds left. The Chilean driver coming around in 12th place. That did look exceedingly close between you two. As soon as Spatula broke the, broke the attack of Jolvo, he caught you up very quickly, Sliced. I think another lap and it could well have been anyone's game. So anyway, Nico Valle in 12th, Olivella in 13th, and now Vantage GT3 coming around in 14th. Unable to finish though, unfortunately. But congratulations to everyone who on your positions there. Sliced Bread especially for the victory. So let's have a look then at who was who. Sliced Bread in first place with Spatula very, very close behind. Just 0.3 out separated these two off the line. Spatula, though, taking the fastest lap with a 1:54.2, which is a pretty impressive feat, especially for race pace. Jovo then in third position, finished 2.5 seconds off the pace in his RSR. Deluxe in 4th in his M6 GT3 Sprint. Ryan in 5th with his GT3. And, of course, then Pan Am having that photo finish with Orion in his M6. That was incredibly close. Watching in support of Vantage GT3, says Coco Baby. There we go. You got a supporter, Alan. Can you do Le Mans next? Well, it's up to Sliced Bread. Sliced Bread's the winner, so it's completely his call. If he wants Le Mans, you're not winning it, because Sliced will. Anyway, so Pan Am and Orion had that photo finish. That was a fantastic end to the race for you two. Yaski and Ilmo close as well, but Ilmo picking up a second penalty, unfortunately, puts him 8th. Harrison in 9th, Dylan in 10th, Vital Statistics in 11th, Nico Valle in 12th, Olivella in 13th, Alan in 14th, and Grappig in 15th. Grappig DNF. I had quick slap by a decent margin. That was a very fast lap indeed, Spat. Well done, mate. So, anyway, Astral's jumped in now. Welcome in, Astral. Sliced Bread, where to next? Let's just ask him in the chat, because we'll... There we go. But yeah, that was a fantastic race, guys. That was, and there wasn't actually many issues. Brands Hatch. Brands... Sliced. Isn't it? Are you okay? I'm not going to take it off you by all means, but you good? Right. Brands Hatch it is. No. I'm not concerned for him. I'm glad he's picked Brands Hatch. It's an excellent track. Especially for the Group 3. Oh dear. Is the lobby broken? Oh, Vital Statistics has left, so we are a man down in the lobby. There is a space if anyone watching wants it. But yeah, I'm really glad that he's picked Brands Hatch. There we are, space is gone. To... Oh, it's Danny C. fan. Well, so long as he's stopped messaging me on PlayStation, I'm all good. But I think he has done. Oh, so I've had to mute the messages from him. Don't know why he just doesn't message me on the YouTube, to be honest, when he's watching. But yeah, guys, if you haven't already, make sure to smash the like button on the stream for us. And if you're not already subscribed, make sure to do so to stay involved with everything that we do here at RDR. We bring you something live at least 3 times a week. So yeah, if you are watching, you haven't already done so, make sure you get involved. Yeah, so we are just waiting for everyone to get into track, get a lap out, and we'll get underway. Let's jump on board with a few people. Let's see how they're doing. Sliced Bread then in the SMFC M6. He's the current leader of, or not the current leader, sorry, the winner of the last race. Brands Hatch, of course, was his choice. Excellent choice, if you do ask me. Not just because it's a British track, but because generally it's just such a great track. Yes, it's looking good so far. Hopefully, there won't be any issues going down Paddock Bend and into the hairpin, but we'll have to see. Astral in the AMG. Harrison's gone for the M6 once again. Vantage staying loyal to Rexy. Spatula also in the M6. Jolvo in the RSR. Danny C-Fan there, I can see, is in the R8. Elmo in the Aldi Hurricane. Orion has gone to his RSR as opposed to his AMG. Panam is in his Repsol M6. Nico Valley once again is in his Supra. Deluxe is in his M6 again. Dylan has switched out to his R8. Danny C-Fan in his R8. And Grapig then is in his 911 RSR, I want to say. Yes, he is. Yaski then also switching up and going for the M6. Interesting choice. Dang, I had my phone on silent. It's all good, Julian. I'll say there may be a space in the lobby at some point, so I'll just call it as and when you see it. But yeah, we'll catch you in the next one, buddy. Don't worry about it. Yeah, so we'll just allow everyone to get a lap time out, and then we shall get underway. Who shall I stay on board with? Stay on board with Harrison. See what he can do. First Brit in the list. One sec, guys. Ooh, Spat running a little touch wide there in the chase of Harrison. Do apologise for Baby Dragon in the background, guys. She's just, yeah, shouting. Now she's screaming. We'll be in for the next one if there's space. Just home from training. No worries, Kian. Again, as and when there's a lobby space, I'll just call it. And then it's up to you guys. But yeah, currently running on Brands Hatch. We've got 6 laps of Brands Hatch to come. Just allowing everyone to get a timeout. And yeah, see where they place on the grid. So the times are coming in. Sliced currently looking at a 1:23.073, which does put him on top. Jolvo with a 1:23.3. Astral 1:24.1. Delox 1:24.4. Spat 1:26, nearly dead. Orion 1:26.5. Harrison a 1:28. Hopefully these guys can have a bit of a better run at the times. Someone just got a quicker lap then. Astro 1:24.1. 1:24.4 for Deluxe. Spatula 1:26. Not too sure. But either way, yes, hopefully these guys can get another attack at the laps, get a nice time in, and then we'll get underway as soon as we can. Julian, how can you hate Brands Hatch? I mean, to be fair, there is a certain amount of bias going into it for me, but yeah. No, it's a phenomenal track, mate. I love it. I do apologise if you hear me just go mute and say it's just so that obviously you don't have to hear Danny screaming, guys. So, by the looks of it then, we've just approached the 7-minute mark in the practice lobby. Not everyone has had 7 minutes out on the track, but at least everyone has been able to manage to get a decent amount of time out. So, let's just ask everyone if they're ready then. There we go. Spatula 122.8, much faster. Sliced seeing that instantly looking to reply. Everyone just letting us know that we're ready, apart from Panam, who thinks he's funny. Everyone else following suit. I believe looking at the times, everyone has found a little bit of pace though, and the times aren't looking too bad now. Right, so by the looks of it though, everyone is ready to go. Yeah, as soon as there's a DNF though, Julian, I'll let you know, so just keep an eye on the lobby. But yes, guys, no further ado, we're underway. Those that are racing, good luck. Wish you all the best. Let's keep it clean, fellas. Remember, if anything happens, you need to clip it, or you need to me to review it, or whatever, any racing incidents, if you think that you've been wrong or done wrong or whatever, just clip it, send it to my PSN. You should have me added on PlayStation, but if not, don't worry, just send me a friend request. And yes, then we'll review it then on the stream for you guys as well. So we'll have a little bit of input from other people, but we'll make a decision there and then going forward as well. Obviously, there's penalties in place for those that don't know. So penalties could include things like, well, having to wait at the start line for everyone else to go, for example. Just, you know, sort of trust you and be courteous of that. So you have to, you know, be the last one to launch off. Could be missing a racing, or miss a race, etc. But either way, guys, it's just a deterrent to keep everyone racing clean. But yes, by the looks of it, everyone is ready. So I could, because everyone's initializing. Who is initializing? No one's initializing. Why would it not let me go then? Is this race 2? Yes, this is race 2. Race 1 was Lago Maggiore. Sliced won that and then picked Brands Hatch. So guys, let's get underway then. 6 laps of Brands Hatch. About a minute 22 per lap, to minute 24, depending on what we're looking at. So then, Spat tops out the grid, Sliced in second place, Jolvo 3rd, Astro 4th, Deluxe 5th, Orion 6th, Harrison 7th, Nico Valley in 8th, Grappig in 9th, Elmo 10th, Vantage 11th, Panam 12th, Yaski 13th, Dylan 14th, and Danny Cfan 15th. Lights are on. And they're out. Away we go. First corner. Sliced had a bit of a stunted start there off the line. Spatula soaring away in front. Astral slipping up the inside as well with a fantastic launch in that AMG. Round Paddock Bend, everyone seems to be going alright. 1 or 2 people have had an issue. Into the first hairpin, then they go. On board then with everyone as they come through. It seems to be all clear. Yeah, all clear down to Danny Cfan, who's had a bit of an issue there, but he's just getting himself back going, which is all good. Currently, Spatula is leading the race. Astral in second place, battling off Sliced in the SMFCM 6 in 3rd. Sliced has just... Oh, I thought Slice had made the move, but no, Astral managed to recover it after his little trip there into the grass. Jolvo and Deluxe, they are side by side, heading into... oh, I've forgotten the name of... Oh, it's Beck's Corner, I think. Completely forgotten the name of the tracks, but that's yeah, that's a shame. Anyway, so Jolvo is now just behind Orion. Orion now battling away with Deluxe, and Deluxe has found his way into 4th. Further down then, Harrison is in 6th, Jolvo 7th, Vantage in 9th after just being passed on the inside by Grappig. Panam running in 10th with Dylan just behind him in the R8. Nico in 12th, Yaski in 13th in his Porsche. What's happened there? Ilmo then in 14th, running behind in the Huracan. But again, this is just the first lap now, nearly complete out of 6. So we have got some time here for something else to happen. Danny Cfan in the Peugeot, just running behind in 15th. So Astral now out in front after an issue from Spatula, which puts him down into 3rd, fighting Deluxe for it. Second turn there, hairpin. Spatula has managed to come out on top in 3rd place, but he has got a lot of pressure on the inside of him from Orion. Orion secures that inside line early, and these two are now side by side as we exit section 1 Orion actually comes out on top due to that inside line and just having a much better exit there. It's Astral leading the race with Sliced in second and Orion now in third. Deluxe in fourth, and Spatula has dropped himself down to fifth. Hopefully we can see a bit of a recovery drive from Spatula. And say, oh, is that Jolvo just running a little bit wide there behind Harrison and tucking himself back in? Not too much time lost, but he is now in the depths of Pan Am. Of course, Pan Am is a phenomenally fast driver, and that M6, once again, it's a very fast and grounded car to use. I'd definitely say it's probably up there with one of the metas at the moment. So it's looking very, very close indeed here. From 7th up to 1st, it's just a 4-second gap. There's a lot of cars battling away here. Harrison and Deluxe are bumper to bumper. Jolvo, though, he sees it, wants a bit of the action, comes right onto the inside, makes a move past the pair of them. Jolvo now looking on the inside. He's made it past Harrison. Looks to go to the outside of Deluxe. No. While he goes onto the outside, though, oh, we've had a yellow flag. Who is the yellow flag for? Not too sure, but Slice now in the lead. Spatula in second place. Astral now down into 8th. Astral must have had a big spin. Let's jump on board. Let's see what happened with him. Oh, he's come off paddock. Yeah, I hadn't even noticed that. What a shame. But yeah, Astral has lost the lead. Is down into 8th now. The lead is now with Sliced Bread, previous race winner, with Spatula chasing him down once again. We saw this in Magayor, except it was Jolvo joining the party in 3rd. This time it's Orion. Jolvo is there. He's hanging in the distance, but Orion is the last member of the podium spots so far. He's running really well in that RSR. These two, though, 1st and 2nd, a big battle is unfolding between these two. Both in M6s, both in the endurance model of the M6 as well, may I add. The only thing separating these two at the moment is the liveries. Their driver skill, it's about on par as well. Really, really fast drivers. Both of these do actually kart in reality as well, so you know they are aware of racing techniques, etc. And as you can see, they are just starting to pull away from the rest of the grid now. A 1.5 gap from 2nd place down to 3rd in the form of Orion. Round Paddock Bend then, Sliced still holding that lead by about half a second. Spat not looking to put too much pressure on right now, but he will take the opportunity of the inside line if it was there. Nope. Sliced just managing to recover it and keep his pace up. He just ran a little bit too wide there. Spat and Slice both taking the same wide line there through the end of section 1. Up the swooping corner. Greg, how you doing? At the swooping corner, Orion and Jolvo now further behind. Jolvo's picked up a 0.5 penalty for shortcutting. That is a shame. Deluxe then, he's got about a 2nd gap behind him in 5th. To Harrison in 6th. Pan Am then in 7th. Astral, previous race leader, in 8th. Yaski in 9th. Vantage in 10th. Dylan 11th. Grapig 12th. Nico 13th. And Danny is 14th. So back on board then with Slice. Slice has managed to put about a 2nd between himself and Spatula. But of course this isn't on for Spatula. He doesn't want this as the outcome. Spatula wants his 1st place back, I'm sure. So yes, on with the charge now. Orion there, just starting to lose the grip of the front runners. Jolvo has also dropped back down. What's happened there with Jolvo? That must have been to do with the penalty as well. But yes, Orion's still holding out 3rd. He's got about a 2nd gap behind him to Deluxe in the M6. But Deluxe is closing fast with Harrison in tow as well. So yeah, Orion has got to keep an eye on those mirrors going forward. Spatula having a bit of a moment there off Paddock Band, losing a lot of momentum. And now a position to Orion. Penultimate lap is not really where you want to be finding yourself onto the inside there. I think there may be a position key in to have a look. But Orion is now holding 2nd place off. Spatula has managed to filter himself in between the pairing of Orion and Deluxe, but he has also picked up a 0.5 penalty. So without dropping him or without putting himself about a 2nd ahead of Deluxe now, and potentially even ahead of Orion, he could even lose that position too. So I'm not going to go out and jinx anything. I'm not going to put it onto the table there and say that the leadership battle is off for Spatula. However, it just really isn't looking good right now with Sliced's consistency in this race. He's pushing here a 4.5 second gap between himself and Orion. Orion barely a second behind him is Spat, so he has got to be watching the defence. Spatula and Deluxe, of course, are about to have a little switch of places. A second penalty now for Spatula. That's 1 second worth of penalties, 2 shortcuts. Unfortunately, does leave him in a bit of a vulnerable position there in the race. Bit of dirt on the tyres as well from running on the grass through the penalty section, but it leaves him in 4th place, just out of the podium, with a podium place in sight. Deluxe in 3rd is now doing everything he can to defend the bottom podium spot off of Spatula. Of course, Spatula, like I said, a phenomenal and very capable racing driver. For Deluxe to be able to hold him off, it's going to be a feat. Jolvo, though, is putting a bit of pressure on Spat, which is going to help Deluxe in the long run, because, it just means he leaves him alone. Bit of a snap there from Jolvo, puts him right into the grips of Panam. Panam potentially even looking to make a move up to the inside now, as Spatula climbs up to the back end of Deluxe. Deluxe, though, a phenomenal exit off that swooping sort of open hairpin. It's actually put him almost contending with Orion now, which was a fantastic exit. He's opened up the gap between himself and Spatula. However, the foot isn't off the neck just yet for him. There is a lot of pressure building there. And, of course, we're all the way down here to 6th position battling. Panam just taking 5th position, off of Jolvo and swapping them to around. Spatula, of course, he's now all over the back end of Deluxe. Now going too wide, puts himself onto the inside. Oh, and he makes the move. It's Spatula on the final corner, up into 3rd place. Sliced Bread then, he's around the final bend. He's won twice now in the lobby. 2 races, 2 wins. Well done, Sliced Bread. 2nd place goes to Orion. 3rd place to Spatula, very closely followed by Deluxe in 4th. Panam in 5th, Jolvo in 6th, and Astral finishing in 7th place. Harrison comes across the line in 8th. Yaski round the final bend in 9th. Turn 1 sucks. Yeah, Astral is not the greatest on paddock, unfortunately. There we are, Yaski's just finished in 9th place. So now it's Vantage running in 10th place. That's Alan Palecki in the chat. Vantage GT3 in 10th, Grappig in 11th, and Dylan in 12th place. Nico Valle, last of the runners that is going to be able to finish. He comes across in 13th. And then Danny Cfan in his UPS NASCAR-inspired livery on his Peugeot, just coming around the final sort of section of the track now in 14th. But no, Sliced Bread, 2 races, 2 wins. Fantastic run so far in the lobby, my friend. Where would you like to run next? But yeah, bad luck, Spatula. You had an incredible run for a lot of that, but yeah, I think just luck wasn't on your side today. So yes, 1st place and fastest lap picked up by Sliced. We just gave him a shot keying because it's an open lobby. Anyway, so Orion in 2nd place. Fantastic finishing for Orion in the RSR. Look at that, 124.5 as well for his time. Spatula, 3rd position. In the M6 Endurance. Deluxe then in the M6 Sprint, matched with Panam in the M6 Sprint. Jolvo, he picked up a 2nd penalty, which is why we saw him and Panam switch around, even though Jolvo finished just a touch ahead. Astral then in 7th place, Harrison in 8th, Yaski in 9th, Vantage GT3 in 10th, and Grappig in 11th. Dylan in 12th, Nico in 13th, Danny Cfan in 14th, and Ilmo, who did not finish, in 15th in the Hurricane. So let's have a look. We have got a full lobby running right now. Ilmo just backed out of the race. Ilmo, if you aren't going to run, though, I will be removing you and opening the space up for someone who can race. Seaside is the call from Sliced, and do you know what? I can go for some Seaside, fellas. I think some Seaside would be fantastic. Seaside, 6 laps. Let's get into it. Yeah, so if Elmo doesn't come to track or bring himself to track once everyone's loaded into the lobby, then I'll just remove him keying, and then there'll be a space available. Not even just doing it just because obviously it's you. I'm just literally, it'd be the same for anyone else. We're not going to have anyone just sitting and taking lobby space up when it could go to someone who can race. But yeah, guys, if you haven't already, make sure to smash the like button on the stream. We started the stream with 10 likes, which is phenomenal. And say it's great to be back streaming again this week, and on schedule and on time for once. which is good. But yeah, we're going to also try and get the schedule out a little bit earlier than what we had previously, so that everyone has got everyone has got time to be able to make some cars, liveries, or etc., and get yourself prepared for it. I'll say we don't do too many lives incredible, but yeah, it's Pan. Saying that Danny C fan spun people. Yeah, okay, it's Danny C fan. This is why we have the SR rating B and above. We're letting you in just as I guess to be nice. But mate, if you're going to be racing with us, we expect you and ask for you to race cleanly. If anyone's got any clips of anything that's happened, of course, like I said, send them to my PSN and I can review them here and now. I also cannot, however, if I come onto here, by the way, and I see new messages from Danny C fan, he's going. Because I have told him. Oh, yes, there we go. I see, I've actually got his notifications, just his muted, because he constantly messages me. He doesn't just message in the YouTube chat like everyone else. But yeah, if anyone needs to send me a video clip, then do so here. I don't know whether to say probably best we don't run. Do we black flag him? I know, I need evidence, guy. If there's evidence of him, you know, driving foul, then yes, we'll black flag him, but how are we, Mikhail? Welcome in. Nico spun him. Is Burke racing? I have no idea. There's only 14 on the track, so Elmo is on track, so he has picked his car. Who isn't? Astral isn't racing. Astral hasn't come to track, so Astral, you need to get to track, mate. You need to get to track. We're going to keep watching It's Danny C fan a little bit. Just because there have been some calls for his racing. Harrison's left, there is a space key in, not too sure why, but there is a space. So yeah, we're just going to keep an eye on his racing, see what's going on. And yeah, we'll see if we need to black flag him. Oh, this track's always chaos. We love chaos. Kean, you managed to join? Yeah, Kean's in. Right, so he'll be a test. Orion is a faster driver coming through. Is Orion on an outlap? No, he is not. There, it looks like Danny C-Fan let him through to me. I'll have a look now, Kian. Sorry, we're just sticking on board to see something a minute, because potential black flag. I mean, no, I'm not seeing anything that's saying to... I'm not seeing anything to say to black flag him. I don't know about anyone else. I mean, why he's on hards, I'll never know when there's sports softs available. He's on auto drive. His indicators would be on though, surely. I can see braking assists on. I'm going to turn that off. Didn't think I'd have to do that, but... driving line assist, no limit. Auto drive prohibited. I can't turn auto braking off, can I, or is that it? Either way, let's turn that off. Turn that off. Right, guys, get to track. Get yourselves a lap in. Let's get underway. I know you guys were just setting laps and lapping. I do apologise, but yeah, it's just in order to try and stop people from using likes of brakes assist, because that can cause more accidents than what's better. What happened to the thing? So yeah, we'll stay on board with Nico, who's also been accused. Although we haven't had an issue with Nico in the last 2 races. Nico's been racing alright. We'll be on standby for the next race if someone leaves. Potentially. Right, Danny Seafan. He's out in a McLaren. What livery is it? JCCR. He's not doing too well with brake assist off now. But this is the thing, bud. I have to be honest. But having the brake assist on will cause more accidents than it will do help your racing. Especially in the online lobbies where no one else runs it. And of course, as you've seen, everyone else that you're running against here, there are some fast lads that are racing here. So, yeah, it's a difficult one. I do apologise for obviously having to turn that setting off, but I'd rather it be off and that stop causing incidents than it be on and you getting blamed, when realistically it's something which it was also out of your control in the moment. So both on an out lap there, so not looking for either one to move over. Kian's flashed him now and asked him to move out of the way as the faster driver, and he's done so. I'd say that was okay. He's not running the fastest, but it's okay. Doesn't have to be the fastest to join the lobby. But I'd say it'd be interesting to see if Spat can dethrone Slice here tonight. It'd be really good to see. Panam, I think he's using full, by the looks of it. I'm not going to limit traction control or anything, because I do believe that some people do like using a little bit of traction control. Graphics runs or traction control. So does Nico. Elmo. They all run traction, so I'm not going to turn it off. Whoever's in the stream, say yes in chats. Says Hercules. I mean, I'm here, so yes, I guess. Go on, I'll start it off. Elmo says AFK. Elmo, why are you going AFK, bud? We're about to start racing, mate. Yeah, Hercules, welcome into the stream. I mean, I'd really appreciate that, Hercules, if you could. I mean, smashing the like button would be, that'd be excellent. Subbing to the channel would be even better. Notifications would be incredible. Well, I'll say so long as everyone's liking the stream, guys. That's all I can ask for. And saying, of course, if you haven't already subscribed, then make sure to do so to stay involved with us. We do this every single week, guys. Spat, though, on top at the moment at 135.9. It's looking really good for Spat on the pole, but of course we have seen Spat on pole so far in the lobbies, and it has always gone Sliced's way so far. And of course Seaside was the pick of Sliced. On board with him now as the current 2-time lobby winner. Whoa, Spat was just parked in the way of Slice there. Nothing Spat could do. I think he caught Slice for having an incident. Not too sure why that was, but that was rough considering he had nowhere. Put foot in chat, if that's what I deserve. What's your in-game name? Put boot in chat, if that's what it is. Hercules, I have no idea what you're on about, bud. I'm just grateful that you're in though, mate. How's your day been anyway, buddy? What you been up to? Ooh, a bit of a slide from Spat there. He's fighting that M6 to keep it to keep it quick here. Be wicked though if we could get ourselves to 530 subs tonight, guys. I think that might be the aim. Yeah, Sliced and Spat are definitely the two to watch here for the lobbies. Spat had a very, very unlucky run in the last race. I will be honest. He didn't have it on his side, and say paddock bend on Brands Hatch that caught him out once. But I believe he's recovered. Pan Am slotting himself in between the two boys there. 0.6 off Spatula's time, but nice and close to Sliced. About, what's that, 100th of a second out. I bet the host of the stream ain't gonna put it. I mean, I'm not kicking no one. I'm not putting a boot in. You know, I only use TC on select cars. Yeah, that's fair enough. But no, I'm just happy everyone's here. I'm just happy to be here. Rain races, yeah, that makes sense. Rain for sure. I'm never going to limit anyway, guys, so don't worry about it. I just want to turn the auto drive off so that it's a lot easier. All a joke. What's your in-game name if you're in the game, bud? There we are. Let's see if everyone's ready. I saw that Danny C fan is ready. Jovo's ready. Pan Am. I don't think Spat's ready. I think Spat's actually going for a lap here. Looking to extend the pole position. That car is a monster. The F3000A, I haven't actually driven it on the game yet. I've got the, is it the F3500? Or if not, I've had a go of one on when it was in the time trials. And yeah, it was a handful. I know I saw a lot of complaints of people saying that they couldn't actually drive the thing. So I guess that's a problem that they got to rectify. So then Spat, Slice went to top with a 135.9. Spat's not happy about that. He was purple. His optimal's a 135.9 as well, but he goes with a 136.2. Oh, optimal, sorry, 135.9. Yeah, he went up over the 136.2. Anyway, I think it's fair to say that is everyone now ready to go. I'll double check here. Yeah, I'd say it's a decent amount of people that are all ready to go. Yes, so though, guys, welcome in those that are joining us. We're underway in our third race of the evening. The problem is the people saying that can't drive are GT drivers. I could drive it perfectly fast, but I'm used to driving formula cars and drive it like one. Those guys drive like a GT car. That's fair enough. It was like 3/10 down to the final sector, so Slice had a lightning final sector to put himself onto the podium. But yeah, looking at it though, everyone is ready to go. So best of luck to everyone who is racing, and we will see you all after the race. Best of luck, everyone. Race 3. Remember, if you have an incident, you need to clip it and send it over to me. Make sure you do so. Can't wait to get my wheel. I'm sick of this controller. Yeah, mate, wheel is a much better step up. But yeah, if you need any clips, guys, make sure to send them over to my PlayStation so we can review them with you all watching as well. So Sliced on pole with Spat in second place, but Spat, of course, having the inside line. Let's stay on board with them then. Lights. There they are. Who's going to get away first? It's a fair start from all of the grid. Jolvo, he had a lightning start in that Peugeot. He sneaks in between first and second and takes the lead of the race, entering the first corner. Spatula and Sliced are now waiting. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What happened there? What happened there? Vantage GT3. What happened there? Oh, by the looks of it, he sort of ploughed into it. Oh, well, that's a shame. But anyway, Vantage GT3 is he's now at the back. Spatula has control of the race once again after taking it back off Jolvo in a move that I'm sure was phenomenal. Slice has dropped down, and it's Panam now in second place, and Sliced into third. Jolvo, who did start the race out as we entered the second corner in first. Space in the lobby, by the way. Yeah, if there was a bet on you would have won, Mikhail, 100%. There is a lobby. There is a space in the lobby though for anyone who does want it. Anyway, Spat, he's out in front now as he enters the death chicane for the first time. He's out in front by about a second and a half, so not too much pressure on the back end of him. Panam, he's got a lot of pressure up behind from Slice. Ooh, there's been a big issue on the wall. Who's that? Jolvo, Kian, both caught out by the wall. Yaski and Grapig just coming round it now. Nico next to attack the wall, and then Vantage running in 14th. Spatula, though, 1.5 seconds clear. Sliced and Panam still door to door in this race. 2 laps in, and neither one has had a break as of yet. Panam now out in front, but Sliced takes the inside line. Panam barely keeping traction on the inside, but he makes it stick. Puts that Supra just ahead of Sliced M6. Sliced is now going to have to look for another attack to get around Panam. Ooh, really wide there from Sliced as we exit the first sector. Of course, now a 3-second gap between Spatula and second place. Well, second and third, actually, because it's about 3-second gap from Sliced as well. Deluxe then, he's in fourth with a little bit of pressure and a hassle from Orion in the Porsche behind. Yeah, Deluxe though is not really much opportunity for Orion to get round here. Potentially, actually, could see a move coming here on either one of these. This is the corner to do it on if you are to make a move. Deluxe though, he sees this, reads it, and shuts the door. Closes it the opportunity up on Orion for that corner. He's going to have to look for another one. So, Panam and Sliced through the death chicane. Deluxe, Orion, both through the death chicane. A little hello, how are you to the wall, but not quite a kiss. Orion, though, has managed to make his way around Deluxe with a much better exit out of the chicane, and say he just used that little touch extra of road, got the better traction, and put the toe down since. Deluxe struggling there around the second to last bend. Number 2, Spat. Yes, Spat is here, Zach. But yes, Deluxe is once again now attacking Orion. Orion is racing phenomenally well tonight. I'll say a second place finish for the Porsche in Brands Hatch. He's now in 4th around Seaside, and we're halfway through the race. And say a fantastic feat between the pair. Sliced Bread, though, has managed to make a move on Panam, but Panam, he makes the move back. Panam up the inside, just parking that Supra ahead, and he does it. Fantastic move from Panam. Let's go back and watch that a second. Oh, too shy. Let's try again. While they're battling it out. No, never mind. It's the same angle. That was annoying. So anyway, Sliced Bread, though, he's now getting himself back ahead through the S's. I shouldn't have been trying to find the replay of the overtake because another one's happened. I do apologise. But Panam attacking Sliced once again. And say, not a break at all for either one of these. Of course, it's only costing them time, essentially. You know, it's like Sliced is, you know, he's a capable racer. He's now ahead, but 4.5 seconds between himself and Spatula is an incredible time to try and catch up over 3 laps. Well, technically what's left of 3 laps now. Panam is in 3rd place. He's just dropped back from Slice, about 1.5 seconds between them now. Must have been a bit of a poorer exit out of the death chicane. But yeah, Slice there with the relief of pressure. Now just once again finding his consistency, finding his line, and he's settling into his race pace. Orion, though, he's doing really well in 4th. He's got 2.5 second gap to Panam in 3rd. Keeps his toe down, keeps pushing hard, then could very well potentially translate that over to a podium spot. Dylan, also another racer that's doing phenomenally well here in the Scottish-designed RSR. So livery I actually made custom for him. Again, though, he's one of the OGs. Oh, he's just run a little bit wide there. Manages to recover and keep himself on. Sliding that RSR all over the place and just managing to keep it tame. But it has put him under pressure from Deluxe and Astral in an M6 and in the LCF. Of course, Dylan there just running a little bit wide, unfortunately. But he's come back on now. Deluxe and Astral now tied into a little battle. Deluxe holding out the front position from it. Astral doing everything he can to fight back from it. And so there we are. We'll just watch now as Astral puts the RCF either side of the M6, but Deluxe is making that one of the widest BMWs available on track. With that said, though, they are now going too wide. We'll stay on board with Deluxe as he's locked the inside line out. Has he? Oh, it's close. I don't know. Yeah, he's just about ahead as we enter through then the death chicane with these two. Both tied into a phenomenal battle. Neither one clipping the wall. Oh, Astral! Astral clipped the wall. Just a little bit too much toe from Deluxe there, and I think it may have thrown that RCF wide. That is a shame, but Astral's going to have to recoup and come back at Deluxe once again. But for now, Deluxe is running clean in 5th with a 5.5 second gap up ahead and a 3 second gap behind him. Orion, though, has now managed to actually close this gap down to Pan Am from 2 seconds as what we previously saw it, down to 1.5 seconds. So either Pan Am's made a mistake or Orion is just really running that fast. We're not too sure. We're going to have to see how it unfolds. Yeah, 4.5 seconds is still the gap from Spatula to Slice, so I don't think Slice is going to be able to make any form of difference there in the top end of the leaderboard. But Pan Am running in 3rd place. He's now going to start coming under pressure from Orion. There's about a 2 second gap between them, but it's certainly all on. Orion's running stability control. Yeah, I believe so. Deluxe then, he's in 5th. Astral, 6th. Dylan then in 7th. Just further back then is Yaski in his M6 in 8th, followed by Jolvo in his Citroen in 9th, Kian then in 10th in his Supra, and Nico in 11th, Grapig in 12th, and Vantage running in 13th. So then for on the penultimate lap, Spatula attacks the death chicane once again. Sliced Bread also attacking the death chicane. As you can see, the timings between these two really not that far off in total. Of course, Slice will be able to have eyes on Spatula now, as you can see there. Pan Am, though, he's got a 4.5 second gap himself up to Sliced, and then 2.5 seconds back to Orion. I think Orion's just backed off that attack a little bit, just again focusing on his pace. Oh, do excuse me. Whoa, bit of a tank slapper for Orion, but he just about regains control of that Porsche. It is fighting him every step of the way. But we enter onto the final lap, and Orion is sat in 4th in that Porsche. He's done really, really well to get himself there. Nice, clean, consistent lap now for the final lap, and we'll see Orion convert that into a 4th place. Well done, my friend. Deluxe in 5th place then in the M6. He's also done really well to fight and keep that position with that M6 challenging him. And, of course, the pressure that was building from Astral. If it wasn't for the death chicane, of course, these two, that pairing would have been a lot closer once again. Further down the field, though, everyone seems to just sort of have their own little racing gap. We've got Nico and Grapig having a little tussle here in the lower part of the track, just at the bottom of the grid. Nico in his Supra defending desperately now from Grapig, who is putting a rather aggressive attack onto him, I think. I'll say, well, I wonder what corner Grapig's going to make the move here. He's going to keep on at him. He looks up the inside here. They go too wide. Has Grapig got the room? Kian's found the wall. That's a shame. No, Nico puts that Supra out ahead, and Grapig in the Ferrari is going to have to rethink and come back at him again. Here's another corner where there's a potential move always on the table. Nope, not quite close enough. He's just going to have to use it to get a fantastic exit out of the first section and into the S's. The S's are another one. A move could always happen here. Down then the long straight and towards the swooping right-hand turn towards the chicanes. That right turn there. That's another one. Sorry, I've just missed that. Spatula across the line in first, taking the wins off Sliced Bread. Sliced Bread finishes in 2nd place. Pan Am and Orion battling it out to the line. Orion and Pan Am. Whoa! Pan Am. Naughty, naughty. Pan Am in 3rd, Orion 4th. 5th, Astral. Deluxe 6th. Dylan in 7th. Yaski finishes in 8th. Just 6 seconds out from Yaski. In 9th is Jolvo. And then Kian finishing in 10th place. Yeah, that was really naughty, Panam. Ryan, we saw that. I'm going to have a word with him about that. If we were doing a points thing, I'd have penalised him for that, 100%. I'd have taken points off him for that. Probably would have only been 3, but I'd have taken them. So anyway, Kian trundles towards the line with Grappig in tow. Absolutely thundering towards that line, actually, Grappig was. And then Nico Valley finishing in 12th as well, with Vantage GT3 in 13th. But no, we have a changeover of hands of the leadership. The leadership goes over to Spatula. Spatula has now won the 3rd race out. Sliced, of course, winning the first 2, a fantastic dominant run, but he just couldn't quite convert it for this one. Yeah, that one was a little bit rough, that was, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to jump on over to Discord quickly. I'm going to change myself over to the call, and I'm going to be having a word with Panam. Right, everyone, silence please, silence please. I have something to address.
Oh,
Panam, what was that about on the line? No, what defence have you got for that? You were straight, you were next to each other. Orion moved out, he wasn't going to win. All you had to do was just not smash into him, but no, you took him out.
I'll let it pass. I'll let it pass.
He tried to spin me in the last corner.
What do you mean he tried to spin you? Is there proof of this?
I had the replay saved.
Oh, Astro sent me a video clip. Here we go.
He tried to spin me.
D-Locks. I'm guessing this is something to do with D-Locks, in which
This
case...
has to do something to do with Danny C fan.
Okay, it's Danny C fan. Okay. So, yeah, you've done well to avoid that there. Nico is just behind you. Danny C fan is blocking you there. He's moved over into your path whilst slower
Okay, you ready?
and blocked you.
What?
Yeah,
And he also tried to block Nico.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
okay, so yeah, that's fair enough. So, I mean, Danny C fan's left anyway. Panam's out. Don't know why. But yeah, Panam, I will be honest, I said it live on stream as well, mate. I would definitely be taking points off you if we were keeping stat. I'd have taken points for that. That was dirty.
Matt, I'll send you the clip.
Okay, and trying
I'm
to
sending you the
spin me in
clip.
last corner on the last lap is not 30. Nice. Bye.
I sent Matt the clip.
I want to
Yeah,
see these
yeah.
clips, fellas. I want to see these clips.
I sent them the clip. You shall see.
I
Nice.
vote he's enjoying.
Here's your
trying,
black
bro.
flag. Thank you very much, Astral. Danny Block fan. Yeah, no, Danny blocked him there, so no, Danny, you won't be returning to the racing lobbies, I'm afraid, mate. I'm sorry, we gave you a chance, we let you join, but this is why we put the sportsmanship rating at B, because where yours is D, it's just a bit obvious that you're not the cleanest of drivers, mate, that's all. It's all good, it's just something for you to work on going forward with the racing. Not saying that you can't ever join us again, just when it comes to the racing lobby, it's probably best to just sit them out, but that's all. Yeah, I'm still waiting for these more clips, fellas, for anyone to send me more clips. I'm not accepting clips on Discord. Not accepting clips on Discord. It has to be through the PlayStation, so I can just jump on them. Just makes things easier. Leave me alone. Anyway, Spatula, you won. Congratulations. Where are we racing next? We'll get that set up now. But yeah, as long as Orion and Panam, you're both happy to leave that as a racing incident, then I'll leave it out. But
just a bit of goofing around, as you can say.
a little bit of tomfoolery on the track, like, yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah, it was an incident. There was nothing bad.
No, we were just having fun.
Just having a bit of fun.
By the way, I think 2 laps of the Nordschleife have been called by Spatula, so over we go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
The Pumba Ring, here we come.
High five. And
Bomba seed.
Let's talk about the number
Bomba club.
Alright.
Has Panam actually left?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Hang on. We've got the clip from Orion. What's this now? Is this where he tried to spin him out?
Yeah.
Oh, fair, at least you're honest about it.
Vozy.
What? Hang on, is that what Panam's using as his excuse for doing what he did?
Good old times, Astral.
Is that what he's saying?
Good old
Yeah.
times.
I think the worst thing, he would have actually won that as well. But, I mean, right, chat, help me out here. I'm not seeing any contact, if I'm honest.
There's nothing there. The gap is there. To be fair, the
Like-
gap was there.
Yeah, look in there in the radar, bottom right. Like, that's pretty... It's close, but there's no
There
contact.
is a gap. There might have been contact at Pan Am side. Who knows?
I'm gonna just, watch it once more at full speed. No contact. No, it's clean. If that's what he's saying, Panam, if that's what you're saying is your reason for doing what you did on the end of the line, you're full of it, mate. If that's what you're saying,
Oh my God.
if that's what you're saying is the reason why you took Orion out on the line, that is really poor reasoning, mate. Anyway, we've got 16 in. We've got Yaski, Dylan, and myself not in the car, so just Yaski and Dylan, of course. You two need to go to track. Not really one that we're going to be able to get a lap out of. It'll pretty much be the same race as, or same length as the race here. No worries, Harrison. See you in a bit, bud. But yeah, that's a bit rough, Panam. I'm not gonna lie. He's not even in the call anymore, but yeah, it's a bit rough. Wouldn't catch you doing that in a championship lobby.
Matt, no need to like put him off or remove any points. I was just going to goof around. So yeah.
What was that, Ryan?
Like, no need to put,
Where are
like,
you at,
pointers on
Astral?
him.
Everyone's so loud.
No need to like put like
You're
race pens
all
or
over the
something.
place. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
no, I will be putting some more penalties in play. I mean, Panam's not going to receive one there because it was literally at the end of the race. And what we've really got to also weigh up is, would what he did affect the result of the race? And I to be completely honest, I don't think so. I think even if he hadn't have come across you and he just stayed straight, he would have still. It would have been by maybe half a bumper length, but he would have beaten you. So we're not going to put any points on for Panam. I mean, as one of the heads of the racing department, you'd think he'd know better, but apparently he does not. And he's an admin, yeah, that'd be another reason why you'd think he'd know better. Everyone's picking up some penalties this evening, fellas. What's going on? But yeah, with this one,
Entry is whack. Oh my God.
Get your ass off.
Language, boy.
I'm going to bring that up into the admins chat now, so it's not
Shit.
forgotten.
Where's
Yo,
everyone
nice carousel.
saying some letters?
Do you make sure to say that they're ready? I'm gonna punt you, bro.
Boy.
I'm
There we
gonna
are.
punt you. Hey, yo.
Harrison's
Boy.
calling for a 20-second penalty to be handed to Sliced.
Yo, I'm gonna. Yo.
I think he's got a lot
Pussy.
of litigating round. I think he's got a lot of litigation for that. I think it's only fair.
20-second time penalty for off-on.
He's just sliced. He just turned up. He showed his face. That's enough. It's enough to warrant it. Have you seen how many people are in general?
A lot.
I think it's the busiest we've ever had the general chat this side of. How come two people aren't entered yet? That's a very good question. Who are they? Again, it's Yaski and Dylan.
Yaski told me. I think Yaski said something in the game chat that he wasn't gonna do it.
Because he doesn't like Nürburgring. I mean, I am doing
Well-
Nürburgring my first race, but I'll race Nürburgring.
Yaski, if you're in the voice chat button, you can hear me. If you're not going to race, I told you I'll not race here ever again. Yeah, no, you did literally say that, to be fair. You're sticking to your gun. I completely respect it. So on that basis, can you leave so that I don't remove you so that you can join back? Does that make sense? he's like, yep, don't have to tell me twice. Ta-da. There's a space for you anyway, Julian. Jump in, bud. Dylan, same for you, bud. If you're not racing at all, then just jump out, mate. It's easier. I don't want to have to kick anyone. But yeah, we want to make sure that anyone who is willing to race and is able to race can race. Julian's connecting in though.
How many people in the lobby?
16 now, it's full.
It's full now.
I think
Do
if
apologise.
Dylan leaves.
Yeah,
like, we'll
Dylan
probably,
Dylan isn't on track yet in a car. I'm not too sure what Dylan's doing. So I'm going to have to wait. I'm going to have to wait and see what Dylan says.
we might actually get a couple times actually if this keeps up. More than likely.
Anyway, for those that are interested, I have just grassed Panam up in the admin's chat. Panam punted Orion off at the line, 0 mitigation. Right. It's not good. Yeah, it's not going to be one of those ones where we're going to wait for the time. So let's just get everyone ready.
Let's just get this started.
You're running up a lap.
But we did.
Oh, sorry. Right, everyone else, we all ready though? We all good?
Yeah.
Sweet. Let's get underway then. Everyone, best of luck. Keep it clean as best as you can. I'll catch you all after the race, fellas.
Yup.
How many people are in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11 people in the general chat right now. It must be carnage in there, in the offside or on the offside. But yeah, yeah. Let's get underway. No point in sitting out and waiting for anything here. Let's just get underway. There we go. So yes, 2 laps of the Nordschleife, not the GP circuit or the 24-hour layout. Don't worry about Dylan, mate. I'm saying it's just he's not replying, he's not doing anything. I don't want to kick him. Race info on. Remove the nerve, says Yaski. I can't. It's a fan favourite, my friend. So the lights are on. And away they go. Sliced bread out in first, McHale in second, Spatula in third, Astral in fourth. Let's see then. So underway round the Nordschleife here for 2 laps. So far the grid seems to be able to get around the first corner cleanly. And say from Vosey or from Troyer, sorry, back to Julian, there must have been a little bit of a delay off the line there, unless these were the fellas that were stuck around the corner. But Orion here in 11th. He has had some fantastic finishes. But not a great start to this run. However, I also have seen Orion on the Nürburgring, so I'm sure his capability will carry him up the rankings just a little bit. But yes, Ilmo is the last to run in his Genesis. Sliced bread out in front at the moment with a second gap behind to McHale in the AMG. McHale has got Spatula pressuring behind in his... wrong one, there we go. So McHale has got Spatula behind him in his M6, pushing really, really hard here to get himself past. By the looks of it, Spatula has made the move. There it is. McHale just slots himself in behind, backs out of it. Spatula, I think, is on another level when it comes to this track. Again, he is fantastic with it. Anyway, Sliced Bread, he's about a second and a half out in front then from Spatula in second place. McHale in third. Fourth goes to Astral, Deluxe in fifth, Jolvo in sixth, Troyer in seventh with Vosey just behind in his Hurricane in eighth. Orion then in ninth as he comes down Foxhole, and Kian in 10th, battling it out with Julian in 11th, just struggling to keep the traction in Roxy, but just slots in behind Kian, losing a little touch of time, but nothing too major. Further back then we have got Nico Valley and Vantage, but both of them found the grass there unfortunately. So now Ilmo running 7 seconds out from this pack. Comes up to the yellow flag while these two are just figuring out where they are on the track. Ilma makes it round Nico and Vantage. So now these two will just reset themselves. And away they go. So, Sliced still now being chased by Spatula. Spatula starting to cut the time down. Was a second and a half. It's now down to a second. But of course, we're on the Nürburgring Nordschleife. So there are every single second counts here. And a 1 second gap on the Nordschleife really isn't that much of a gap. If we compare it to the likes of Brands Hatch, where a second gap, it seems like a pretty phenomenal distance. A distance of which that you can't actually do much from. But here, a second is a matter of 2 corners. It really could all change around in a split second. Speaking of seconds, the gap's now under 1. Sliced has got about a second in front to Spatula. It was under 1, but yeah, Spatula, again, just a testament to how hard he's pushing and his pace here. Mikhail, he's running well in 3rd. He's got Astral pressure in behind. It's AMG versus AMG. For these two, of course, is AMS livery for Mikhail, and then Astral one of the 16 Lab, or the 16 Lab AMG livery as well. Jolvo then, he's got a penalty above his head unfortunately, but he's running the Falcon RSR. Deluxe and Troyer are side by side here. Troyer just coming out ahead in the Monster Supra. Deluxe tucking the GTR in just behind him. And then Vozy also looking dangerous in the mirrors for Deluxe as well. So let's jump on board with Troyer. Well, we can see from this view actually if we're on board with him. Oh, he's just found the grass. That's a shame. So Deluxe out ahead now. Orion's just sent me a video clip. I will look back at that. Just remind me towards the end of the race, buddy. Don't worry about it. So Jolvo 0.5 penalty up ahead. Deluxe about a second out, which means that yeah, these two are going to be about on par. Right. Sorry, I was just reading Panam's mitigation to the previous incident. He says that Orion tried to spin him. We've seen the proof, guys. No, he did not. Anyway, so as this gap starts to stretch out between the pair, then a second and a half and 2.5 seconds behind Kian. Let's just have a look through at what else is going on. Astral, though, has made a move on Mikhail somewhere through the pack, and Astral now runs in 3rd position. Mikhail now in 4th. Jolvo, as he said, is 2 seconds ahead of Deluxe, and Kian running behind in the CCR M6, followed rather closely, actually, by Troyer. Troyer in the Monster Supra, looking to make an impression on Kian once again here in the lobby, and say he did make a little move up the inside of some others earlier on, but yeah, I think that move unfolded for him. I know, I think it was actually ahead of Vozy. Vozy's just come off there, unfortunately, but Ilma running in 10th, which is nicely done considering he was actually at the back of the pack to begin with. Ryan in 11th, and then Julian further behind, or not further behind, sorry, closely behind in 12th. Rexy, sorry, in the hands of Vantage GT3 in 13th, and then Nico once again loyal to the Supra in 14th. So the gap between 1st and 2nd place then at the end of the first lap, it's about 1.5 seconds. Say the end of the lap, of course. We have still got the long straight to go, but not to worry. Dotting Hall, I think, is the straight, but we've still got that to go. It realistically all just depends on this exit here from the corner. Can Spat set himself up, have a nice slingshot run down Dotting Hall or Dottinger Hall at Sliced, and yeah, can he pick up some time here, get himself within that second boost range to be right onto Sliced bumper come the end of the lap. He's getting close. He's had a slightly better exit than Sliced, and the time is slowly going down. Astral has got Mikhail still behind him. Bit of a gap between those two now, 2.5 seconds. And then Mikhail also with Jolvo behind. Jolvo having now served his penalty. Deluxe still about 2 seconds out, and Kian now closing fast on Deluxe in the GTR. So we're going to be seeing a move here, I'd imagine, at some point as well. So while that's going on, let's just jump back on board with these two. At the end of the straight, it is a second gap between them. So they hit the Nürburgring Nordschleife once again to figure out which one of these two is going to be coming across the line in first. 3rd place then, Astral. He's now just finishing off his first lap, entering the final lap. Mikhail in 4th, he's also doing the same, but he's also got Jolvo about 1.5 seconds behind him, so he's going to have to be keeping an eye on that. And then Deluxe. Deluxe is at the moment, I'd say, under the most pressure. He's got Kian about 0.5 seconds out. Kian, a very capable driver in that M6. It's going to be causing some issues. Deluxe just kissing the grass on the right side as he comes through the first section. Kian, though, keeping it nice and smooth. There, that M6, once again, just ripping and clawing away at the time from Deluxe. It is only going to be a matter of time now, I think, before the rear end of Deluxe's GTR, well, before not just the rear end, sorry, but before Deluxe's GTR sees the overtake coming from Kian there. I think that may have been just a little bit of a pressure move from Kian there. A little bit too much going on in the mirrors for Deluxe to be able to have kept himself straight. But it's okay. He's slotted back in his 7th. He's got a 4.5 second gap to Troy of the car behind. So it's just all systems go for Deluxe to settle back into his pace and finish the race nice and strong. Jolvo now also causing a massive headache for Mikhail. Mikhail in the AMG, I don't think was expecting to have Jolvo come up on him so quick. Must have had a mistake from Mikhail somewhere that we'd missed. But either way, it's led to this moment now. Jolvo running a little bit wider, entering Foxhole, and Jolvo finds the barrier. Jolvo drops himself out of this battle with Mikhail, and now towards the grips of Kian. Kian approaching fast through Foxhole. That was a shame. I'd say it was a great battle unfolding between those two. But now it looks like Kian on the back end of Jolvo. He'll make the move round and he'll have a go at Mikhail instead. Again, like I said, we've got to keep an eye on these gaps. These gaps could reduce down to nothing in a matter of 1 or 2 corners. It really could all be to play for. Up ahead, though, it's still a phenomenal battle between Spatula and Sliced. They're not bumper to bumper and they are not door to door. They're not going too wide through the sections, but they are very, very fast indeed. Look, 8 seconds is the gap from first and second down to the next fast runner of Astral. But these two are just another level again. Spatula and Sliced in their M6s, both putting on a show around the Nordschleife this evening. Sliced currently on for the faster lap. Of course, everyone's going to be purple for a certain set of time. There's now a space in the lobby for the next run for whoever wants to take it. But yes, Sliced and Spat are just... it's a testament to these guys' pace. It's a testament to their racing skill. And it's just all round great to watch. You know, they're both phenomenal racers. For a 1.5 second gap to be the gap the entire way through. Lockdown connected, welcome in. But for that to be the gap the entire way through, it shows that there really isn't much between these two skill-wise. I think Sliced just has that advantage, just being out of that slipstream range. And again, both of these, they're lapping so fast on such a fine line. And they are matching each other on it as well. That's why we're not seeing any differences in this gap. It all really comes in after the carousel. If Spatula, pardon me. If Spatula can use that remaining downhill section of track. Oh, it was a big mistake from Sliced. Big grip into the grass. No such mistake from Spatula. He's really clawed that time down now. Sliced in a bit of a danger zone here as we enter the penultimate corner to Carousel. Up now to Carousel. Yeah, this is a problem. Spatula just flashing the lights to say hello. Whether that was to us or to Slice to let him know that he is right there. Can't even see his headlights now. Incredible racing between these two. It is all to play for once again. Jolvo just made the move on Mikhail that we can see there. Oh, no, sorry, but Jolvo then also having a bit of a moment himself, and he then lost that move. So we'll jump back on board with him with Sliced through the rear camera as he is chased down by the Robe M6, piloted by the Red Spatula. Look at the pair of these two, not letting a single bit of throttle go. Full whack all the way to the line for these two. Sliced having a... oh, not Sliced, sorry, Spatula. Spatula having a moment and Spatula finding the wall. Oh, no, let's look back at that, what happened there and how Spatula just lost control. We've gone too far back once again. This always happens. I'm so sorry, guys. We'll try this one now. See if this works. There we go. So, as he comes flying through this section, just takes a little too much grass, enters the tank slapper and into the barrier, and that is Spatula out of the chase for for first place. Sliced Bread currently out in the lead, 6.5 seconds. Only some minute mistakes throughout the laps from Slice, but other than that, a very consistent and dominant run from him indeed. Spatula, though, with the gap that he built from down to third place from second, he is able to recover it from that nasty spin. It is just a shame to have seen such a phenomenal race and such a phenomenal battle come to an end in such a way. Astral, though, he's running in third. There's 5.5 seconds gap between himself and Spatula. So one more mistake from Spat, and he could potentially even be losing another position. It's looking unlikely, but again, anything could happen. Astral in third place has got a 13-second gap back down to Mikhail, who is under pressure once again from Jolvo. Jolvo again showing his dominance and knowledge of the track. He's sticking it to the big guns tonight. Oh, and Astral's off! Astral is off! Jolvo sneaks down the inside left, or on the left side. It's now Jolvo occupying 4th position in the hunt of Astral. Of course, 13 seconds is the gap, so it isn't going to unfold to anything more than 4 for him, I don't think. But a phenomenal advantage opportunist for Jolvo there. Advantage opportunity, sorry, should I say. Mikhail had an unlucky run through the seconds carousel, found the grass and the barrier, and then eventually lost the time down for Jolvo. Now also under attack from the Frenchman, Troyer. You called AMG Astral. Oh, sorry, Mikhail. Yeah, Astral. I do apologise. I've just seen an AMG. I should have known. But yes, Troyer now making the move. Sliced round the bend in first. Well done. Spatula, 2nd place. Now Astral, 3rd. Jolvo comes around the final set of bends in the Falcon RSR to take home 4th. Slipping inside. I'm not going to guarantee it though, because we've been there before. Jolvo crossed the line in 4th. Deluxe round the bend and across the line in 5th. Kian picks up a 2-second penalty. Not too sure what for, but he comes across the line in 6th, with Troyer then behind in 7th. Voisey in 8th, and Mikhail in the AMG finishing in 9th. Of course, Mikhail was battling it out at the top. Elmo in 10th. Nicely done. Orion in 11th. Not too sure what's happened to Orion here, and we can't see him. There we go. So Orion is stopping on the line for gosh knows what. Julian coming around the final bend in Roxy in 12th place. Well, that was a bit of a... Watch the vid from Orion. Yes, thank you very much for reminding me. That was going to be next on my list, but thank you for the reminder. There we go. So Orion, it'll be the 2nd clip out here. Sliced bread with the 3rd victory of the night. Well done, mate. So, here we are looking at now Orion with Kian behind. Yeah, there's a lot of contact there from Kian. Kian, I think you've got a question to answer here, but now Orion's in the centre of the track here. He's not putting himself in any way. You've snuck up the inside. There is still plenty of room for you on the inside. By the looks of it, it seems like your car's coming a lot quicker. But you decided to make contact with the rear end of Orion and then push Orion out. Julian there, as he said, saw it happen with his own eyes. You can see also in the video clip that Julian is the position below Kian, so he would have definitely seen it happen. Can you just confirm for me as well if anything else happened before that, Julian? Because obviously we're going to have a look at that as well. Kian sent me this. Okay. Why have you sent me a CarX clip, Kian? I'm not replying to that. There we go. Slipstream is very deadly, says. So let's jump over to the rankings. I forgot to do this. So Sliced Bread in 1st place in the AM6 or in the M6, sorry, Endurance 6:25.174 is the fastest lap. Spatula 2nd place. 6.7 seconds out due to that unfortunate mistake that we saw in the battle for 1st. 3rd place for Astral. Jolvo in 4th. Deluxe in 5th. Kian in 6th. And Troyer in 7th. Vozy in 8th. And Mikhail in 9th. Elmo in 10th. Orion in 11th. Julian in 12th. And Nico Valet in 13th. With Vantage behind in 14th. AM6, yeah, I do apologise, Astro. I was calling all sorts of people all sorts of things. Yeah, Sliced, well done, my friend, on your 3rd win. Where would you like to go? Right, so also let me jump back over into Discord and give the decision over to Kian for that one.
No,
hello, gentlemen. If I could just ask for your quiet just for a moment. I've got to let Kian know about his punishments there for what happened with Orion.
Can I speak first? Let's speak first.
You can certainly have your say. However, I'm not really sure what's going to happen.
Can I say one bad
Can you say one bad word? Not ideally, mate. No.
It's not a bad one. It's not a bad one. It's not a bad one.
Well, you've addressed it as a bad word and had to ask, which sort of makes me worried if I say yes.
It's not.
Night Spatula, nice to have you in though, bud. Thank you very much for joining us, mate.
If you hit your arm off the door, you're gonna say it.
talking about?
Not the F word.
Well, that's what I would use.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Is it
well-
the word for poo?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, right, Kian. Anyway, Kian, you watched us. We reviewed it, mate. There's not much litigation there for you.
It was on purpose, like, yeah. Of course.
There's not.
It was 100% on purpose.
It looks pretty on purpose, mate. I'm not gonna lie. It looks very on purpose. Okay, look. If it is on purpose, that's fair enough. Was there any mitigating factors before it? Did anything happen?
Yes. Mr. Orion was talking poo-poo about me in the call.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, that I mean, it changes things slightly. I'm not gonna lie, but not massively.
No, like, it's only
Ban him.
it's only right. Like if someone's gonna talk, you're
Damn.
not gonna take it, are you?
Well,
It's fair.
no, but you give it back verbally as opposed to like. Do you know what I mean? It's.
I was thinking about nuking that.
If I'm talking in a Facebook group chat with someone, because of course you use the real world comparison. So if I'm talking with someone on Facebook and they're saying some things about me, I don't then go and jump in my car and crash into theirs. I just say something back to
Sounds
them.
like a banging idea.
Oh no, it certainly get your message across. Don't get me wrong, but
Who
I
still
just-
uses that? Who still uses Facebook?
well, a lot of people, I'd imagine. Mate, the social networking device and application that I'm using to stress the point is irrelevant. It could be Instagram, Messenger, whatever. The point is, if someone says something to you verbally, don't jump in your car and physically take it out on them and ruin their race. That's just gonna.
Yeah, Kian, it could even be
Should toe punt his mum.
Anyway,
Yeah,
Kian,
it gave the best ending, did it not?
it gave us something to review. It was a little bit of a time filler, I guess. Yeah. Would I have preferred to have not reviewed anything and had a clean race? Of course I would. But no, it isn't that simple with you lot, is it?
Spice it up a little. You always
Yeah.
spice it up a little.
Well, speaking of spicing up, Kian, you're starting at the back, mate.
You got anyone in that room to kick?
Have I got anyone that I can kick? No, I'm not going to kick anyone, mate. I'm just. It's first come, first serve. We know the rules.
Technically, I was there before people. People just
Now,
took my spot.
how am I gonna start at the back?
As soon as everyone else goes, you
I'm gonna
don't.
be sitting behind Matt.
Oh right, okay.
He's going to be just straight lining everyone in.
Honestly, it's probably. If I'm honest, Kian, it's probably going to work out a little bit better for you because you're not going to have to deal with turn 1 hell. It's literally called Hell's Corner.
Exactly.
So-
That's why I'm saying no bother at all.
I'd say out of all the races for you to have pulled it, I think that's probably the best time to have been penalised is when it's a Bathurst run.
Oh, slow ass. Sorry,
Is there any
sorry, yeah.
space to move out of the way? Because if he's on the left side, right next to the wall,
Oh, I'm staying on the left side. I cannot lie.
I mean, another option for you is as soon as you see the lights up, you could false start yourself.
Yeah,
I'd be happy. I'd be happy with a full false start. I want to see as soon as available launch. Just go for it.
Like I'm not no handbrake, no brake. Put down the accelerator.
You're nice.
Yeah, something like that. Right. Yeah. There's going to be a space coming up in the lobby now. Slice just called our YouTube a scam.
When?
So
Wait, what?
tell me when you're doing it.
Wait, who's a scam?
I'ma just leave it up on the I'ma just leave it up on the screen for a second there.
You see, Matt?
Slice said it's a scam, don't search, so I think it's only fair that
Tell me when
Slice.
you're pressing the kick button.
Yeah, Zach doesn't actually care about what's going on. He's just like, give me the space, bro.
I mean, we need to do the countdown.
Do I? I mean, I'm waiting for him to. If anything,
Calm down, but do it early.
yeah, because obviously I've got to take into consideration the stream could potentially lag it as well. He would have seen it by now. He haven't said anything. See, I'm in a bit of a position because I wasn't actually going to kick him out, but I've got this far in it. Now I'm like, do I even bother bluffing anymore? Do I just actually do it?
Just
I mean,
say
do
when.
it.
Like,
No balls.
Oh shit! I didn't actually mean to press it. I was trying to do that and show the camera how close. Oh no! I kick sliced. I didn't actually mean to do it.
No.
Oh, Slice, sorry, Matt. Right, I will lobby refresh after this one to allow Slice the chance to come back in.
Slice has been nerfed as it is. We don't need him.
Slice has been a bit too dominant.
Alright, Slice, 50 seconds penalty for you.
Yeah, Slice, you got to
No,
start
no, no.
5 laps down.
No penalties. No penalties for Sliced. No penalties for Sliced.
No, we got to recreate Le Mans. 45 seconds
Exactly.
for both of us.
45 seconds for both of you.
That next race.
Oh, mate, I'm so sorry, Slice, but that was comedy gold. I'm glad I did that. I genuinely didn't mean to press it. I was trying to bring this closer to show just how close I can get to pressing the button. And yeah, it turns out I can get pretty damn close. Yeah.
That was your fault.
Ah.
He did it on purpose, but he's saying all this was the master.
Do you know what? No kidding. If it was on purpose, I'd just own it and be like, yeah, I kicked you. What are you going to do? But no, it wasn't. I said I wasn't actually going to do it. It was a bluff. But yeah, I called my own bluff. There we go. Right, I kick people from lobbies, everyone. You've seen it here first now. Behave.
Oh,
We're going to have absolute best behaviour now on Hell's Corner.
hey, I don't care about the situation. Just keep kicking them.
Yeah, keep kicking people. Can bring the spaces through. Why was I the test subject? To give myself a bit of mitigation for what happened, Slice, you literally called us a scamming game, so you weren't it in a way. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't exactly like it was.
In game chat.
No. We don't go reporting other people. Come on, let's be nice.
We did it to someone yesterday.
You got someone banned.
I think so. I got a message when I turned my PS on saying your message has been reviewed. It was some idiot rubbish talking me saying Jolvo on an RP server.
Sliced is asking that next time I hover over Jolvo or something.
Where over me?
Well, that's exactly Jolvo. I'm never going to kick you from a lobby.
I could say what's Jolvo ever done?
I was on an absolute banger.
No,
Do you know what, Sliced? You were
right.
on one heck of a run. I will give you that, mate. Three lobby wins out of 4 races. It's a pretty impressive feat. And of course now Spatula, the other fast man, he's not there to. He's not there to challenge you for it.
Things though. Things must come to an end.
Oh no, who's there? Please stay out of the way.
I sound like a primary school teacher saying best behaviour. Yeah.
Yes,
I'm literally I'm giving primary school teacher vibes here for it. I'm for it. Vosey out of Forest Elbow.
Good job.
Oh, like 2 seconds purple.
Kian, if I'm honest, Kian, I wouldn't bother trying to set your lap. You're not gonna be getting off the line first.
One more.
Oh, why
One
you
more.
trying to set a lap, bro?
Right.
Yeah, one more. It gives more time for
One
someone
more
to
lap
leave.
each. One more lap each.
Oh yeah, Matt.
Yeah.
I got Rexy blocking
Did you hear
me.
about the South End car meet?
Still losing.
The RS 500.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I did see.
straight in the bin for doing a burnout.
It's
Dirty
shocking,
that is,
real
isn't it?
shame if someone just disconnected.
Are you trying to force
Bro,
this?
the funny thing is, Matt, I find it how
What?
funny how many police there was there.
I know. Apparently, it was quite nuts, wasn't it? There was. I'd say a few of my mates actually travelled down and saw it. Owl
I saw it.
Owl 82 was the reg plate on the 500, wasn't it?
Yeah, I saw a picture of it. Yeah, there was like 20 cops surrounding the car just for doing a burnout, and they see.
They made an example out of him when all he was doing was giving everyone else a laugh. Like, look, it wasn't in a safe environment, no, but no one got hurt.
Yeah.
It was.
Oh, there you are, Slice. Casper sympathises a little. Not a lot, but she sympathises a little.
Little.
Well, I mean, Matt, I'm off to a meet next week anyway.
Nice.
Ooh.
I'm going to the Castle Combi.
Oh, is it Spring Action Day?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'll be honest, mate. The thing is with Castle Coombe, you go to one event, you've been to them all. It's the same cars, just in different positions.
Well, I haven't been before, so why not?
Man, that is brutal.
Well, no, I'm saying you'll enjoy it for your first time, but don't worry about booking a second. Booking a second show there.
Yeah,
You really have
I mean,
seen it all when you go first time. Trust me.
I mean, what I find funny though, Matt, yeah, is one of the people who come with us, yeah, they're in a Mini Cooper S and the piston was shot out the bottom of their engine.
Oh my.
Well, it's not meant to be there, is it?
I'm literally trolling.
They sent a video, it's just got a massive hole in the bottom.
I saw a live stream of it. There was so many police.
Going to invade Matt with my freedom. Oh, fantastic. Here we go.
One more lap, man.
What
Ah.
laps is it gonna be?
He's trying to invade you with freedom.
Yeah, no, Kian, you're not getting another lap, mate.
No, genuinely, this is
Kid,
my
you
last
don't
lap.
even need the lap, bro.
Yeah, Kian, you're not starting at the front of the grid. I don't know why.
Bro, starting last place.
Don't make me pull a custom grid up just to teach you a lesson, bro.
The higher you start, the longer
No,
you
I'm
have to
taking-
wait.
You said I have a choice. Start last or false start. I'm taking the false start. You gave me the choice. I just made my choice.
No, he means when you
I think you should
false
kick
start,
it for
everyone goes
the
through.
comedy terms.
I mean,
What he means by the false start.
yeah, you're going to be at the back of the grid after a false start anyway, so to avoid a false start at the back.
I mean, it
No, but
depends.
I
You have
want to
advantage
start
GT3
I
in
want
the
to start
lobby.
at the top and have a false start.
Wait, no, someone leave right now. Wait, no, I'm kicked. I'm doing a lobby refresh after it. Grow up.
There we go.
But yeah, that was really funny. Sliced, I do apologise. I didn't mean to kick you, although
He did.
for the potential
He
reel that
tried
it
to.
could have made, I'm glad that I did. So thank you. Yes, sir. Slice isn't actually banned from the Discord. He chose to leave.
Purple,
No,
hold on.
he had his two. He had his two alt accounts. He had his two alt accounts banned.
I think his main is also, no?
No, his main isn't banned. His two alt accounts got banned because he kept coming onto them whenever he got timed out. But then because of that, he left. I'm not going to force him back. I'll say, shit, Sliced, pinned in the top. The Discord link's pinned into the chat, mate. Join
No,
back.
He said he got banned. So.
What? He's chatting poo, mate. He didn't get banned.
I think I read that he got banned.
I'm on it now. I'm going to check in and I'm going to see if I can see my banned section. If I can see sliced bread, I'll completely admit it. If he is banned, we are going to look pretty stupid. But oh, he is.
That evil laugh, though.
No, I think he might be
No,
banned.
I'm eating my words here and now. We've got Kiwi Lol, which is his first ult. We've got Sylveox, which is his second ult. And then, yes, Alonso Sliced Bread 3 is banned from the Discord.
I'm purple still. Hold on.
Right, I've revoked your ban, Sliced. You're no longer banned. Your ults are staying, but you're no longer banned, mate. Ghostly banned him. Oh, I didn't actually know he did that. So you can admit that you did actually leave, so it's not just entirely me.
It was like somewhere midnight.
There we go. See, he's admitted. Yeah, it was okay.
Of course, it was somewhere in the middle of the night.
Actually, yeah, that's when Ghostly operates best.
Like 3 AM or something.
Just casually slips in, kicks whatever, and then leaves.
Vantage, I would have been way quicker if Vantage was
Right, come on, guys.
Why are you setting lap times then?
Oh, gosh.
You could start. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, we're just waiting
Oh
for
my
everyone
god,
else.
Kian's in front! What? Bro.
I'm taking the false
I
start.
messed up the downhill
False
section a little
start.
bit. Taking the false start, bro. You're going to last anyway.
You're going to last place anyway.
No.
You might as well
Like,
just
even if you
start,
take
you
the
know.
false start, you have to wait till last.
He said, or I can take the false start. I can start my
So
push.
people can go through you.
Whoa!
So people can
Take
go
your
through
microphones out your mouths, people. Right, okay, I'm just going to stream chat because this is way too loud, and obviously the streams doesn't need to hear all this stuff. But yeah. Well, that was funny. All altercations to do with Slice, but yes, Slice, you're now banned from the Discord. You are welcome to join back. I just thought you left. I don't know why you were banned, or Ghostly must have done that without us knowing, but yes. As soon as you jump back in, put a message into the general so I can give you your perms and everything back. By perms, I literally mean voice chat. Don't get any funky ideas. Give me stream perms when I join, please. No. I don't actually know. Is it you can join general anyway, but then you need the perms to join the stream chat. Do I want you in with me? That's mean it's like. I admit that I'm sorry for kicking you and having you banned, but then link expired. No, you haven't been IP banned. I've literally revoked it, mate. You're not banned anymore. I'll double check, and if he has IP banned you, then we'll undo it somehow. Nah. No, you're not banned. I'll send you another personal one now. No, I've just sent it to him. It's all good. Done. There we go. But yes, everyone seems to be ready. So, let's get underway. Best of luck to everyone who is racing tonight. Let's have 5 laps now of Mount Panorama. No pit stops. And remember, if you need to submit a clip, just save it and send it to me on PlayStation. Turboso, how are we? Welcome in. We've got some Group 3 sprint racing here. We're on race 5 tonight. There we go. So Keane's actually on the front row, but he has got to false start. Good lad. He does so. So yes, he has to wait for everyone else to take over. There we go. Jovo shoots off into the lead as we head towards Hell's Bend for the first time. Everyone seems to be making it through. I did hear a few people slipping. Julian finds himself backwards. That is a shame. Kian then in 14th with Harrison in 15th. Not too sure what happened between those two. But Astral puts an early attack on Jovo for the lead. Astral takes himself onto the inside line. And, Jovo using the outside line to defend. Can't quite make it. Astral with the more optimal line there sticks himself out in front. And it is Astral that now leads the pack. Jovo in 2nd place. Mikhail in 3rd with Vozy now running in 4th. The AMG is looking very strong around Mount Panorama indeed. So then, as we head up the mountain for the first time around Quarry Corner, goes Delox, just running in 5th behind Vozy, with Lockdown leading the next pack out in his M6. No marble livery this evening, which surprised that. I was looking forward to seeing a marble livery from Lockdown when he joined, but it's all good. Anyway, he's running with Luke behind as they head down Skyline Corner. Orion and Troya very close as well. Yaski also in chase. Elmo running behind in 11th, and then Vantage also now just coming around with Julian and Kian not far behind indeed. Harrison then the last of the runners just to complete through Skyline Corner as well. So, Astral, now 2 seconds clear out of Forest Elbow, cross the penalty line and onto the Comrade Straight. Mikhail, 2nd place in the AMG, fending off Vozy nicely in 3rd, and Jovo now finds himself in 4th in his Porsche. Something must have happened for Jovo on the mountain section as he was competing for the lead, but either way, he's found his pace in 4th, and now he's just going to be defending it off. Deluxe there puts a nice outside move there on Lockdown, and puts his M6 ahead of Lockdown. Luke in his GTR is fending off Orion in his Porsche. Those two looking really close right now. Orion goes on the inside there for the final bend. Can't quite make it happen, so he's going to have to come back for another attack. Onto Hell's Corner once again. 2nd lap now out of 5. So Astral out in front. Mikhail 2nd. Jovo 3rd now. Vozy 4th. Deluxe 5th. Lockdown 6th. Luke 7th. Orion in 8th. Yaski comes across in 9th. 10th is occupied by Troya, and Elmo's in 11th. Julian is in 12th, Vantage in 13th, SRR Harrison in 14th, and Kian in 15th. Kian, of course, had to start at the rear due to the incident that he had with Orion in the Nürburgring. So, Astral, 2.5 seconds clear. He's looking good so far out in front. So long as he can just keep consistent, keep that AMG out of the walls, I'm sure he'll be able to convert that to something spectacular. Mikhail is also running rather nice as well. He's starting to find his pace, just barely scraping past the wall. That was a phenomenal little shot there. Vozy then, he's doing really, really well in 3rd. Not a name that we normally see at the top end of the lobby. He hasn't long joined us here tonight, but Bathurst definitely seems like somewhere that he can settle into. He's keeping Deluxe behind him in 4th, Lockdown then in 5th, Luke 6th, Jovo 7th. Jovo, of course, he actually started the race out on the front row. He's had a little bit of unfortunate luck and a bit of an unfortunate run. I'm just getting taken out, says Kian. Well, make sure you clip it, mate. If you're being taken out by someone, clip it. So, Mikhail is, he's got Vozy fighting away behind him. It's rather close between these two so far, as we head down the toe. Slice got taken out from the lobby. Yeah, I think that's a little bit worse, Kian, I'm afraid to say. But yes, Mikhail, he's got Vozy behind him in, it's AMG versus AMG. Yeah, nice tight line for Mikhail. Doesn't want to give anything away for Vozy to take advantage of. Here's where he could potentially fall for a move. However, Vozy is not close enough to get it or to let it happen. D-Lock still also battling away behind with Lockdown. Bit of a slip from Lockdown there, but he gathers it nice enough. Luke there just putting his GTR into the middle of the track there, showing Lockdown and D-Locks that he's there and could pounce at any moment. Of course, Lockdown actually having to worry a little bit about Luke here, I think, as we jump on board with the back end of Lockdown's M6. Yeah, Luke's looking really, really close here on the main straight up from Hell's Corner before we enter the mountain. There we are. Luke just moves onto the outside, however, backs out as he didn't have the room to make it. Vosey makes pasta, by the way. What's that got to do with the price of rice? 10 plus speed. I mean, yeah, he's done well since he's gotten around Mikhail. Vosey in second place now in the AMG. Fantastic run from him indeed. 3.5 seconds separates himself and the pace of Astral. Mikhail then, he now chases Vosey back for that second place. He doesn't want to give it in easily. He wants to give him a battle for it, but I think Vosey, he may well have the edge here. Elmo's just disconnected, so there's a space in the lobby. Zach, if you need one. Yeah, Vosey running nicely in second place. I think he's I got you. I'll double check it after the race, mate. Not to worry, because if someone has obviously taken you out, we'll still penalise them, mate. So then, Vosey, Mikhail, both of them now come round Forest's elbow, chasing Astral, 3.5 seconds out in front. However, I think Astral might be clear there as we step over the halfway mark through this race. D-Locks, though, he's still under pressure from Luke behind him now, as Lockdown has dropped 2 places. Luke's also under pressure from Jolvo, as Jolvo looks to go too wide with Luke down Comrade straight. Great. Harrison, what a choice of words. Anyway, so Jolvo, he's ahead now of Luke and Lockdown as he comes through. Luke there just losing the position to Lockdown. A little bit of a wobbly exit there through the chase. Jolvo, though, he's now chasing Lockdown for 4th. About a second splits the pair. D-Locks then, he enters the penultimate lap here at Mount Panorama. Mikhail still in the distance there, as we can see, just chasing Vosey for that second place. But Vosey pulling by about a second between the two. So then, Lockdown is half a second in front of Luke. Yaski, he's about half a second in front of Troya. And let's have a look if there's anything else. No, nothing else really going on through the rest of the pack, so we'll just stick on board with the top end of the battles. Vosey, second place, still holding AMS Mikhail off nicely. Mikhail is fighting very hard in that AMG. He's using every available inch of track that he can to try and power that AMG through onto a bit higher than third place on the podium. But Vosey says no. His Patronus AMG also using every inch of the track. Both of them flying through the... Bro, Julian made a great move first corner, love dying at the start of the race. Harrison, if you've got a clip, mate, make sure to send it to me. Vosey, though, through Skyline Corner, now in the dark at Bathurst. Mikhail just following on behind, about a second out between the pair. Let's have a look. About a second, also back from D-Lux in 4th to Jolvo in 5th. These two now actually have pulled about a 3-second gap from Luke and Lockdown, the two that were previously battling, and a 3-second gap has also developed between those two as well. So it looks like D-Lux and Jolvo is where the battle seems to be so far, as there is still about a second between 3rd and 2nd place. Yeah, so D-Lux on board then in the M6 as he comes down the Comrade straight for the penultimate time here at Bathurst. 2.5 second gap is the gap in front. Jolvo about a second out now, so nothing dangerous so far for D-Lux. However, he has got to keep himself consistent because Jolvo can start eating away at that time here on this last lap. And of course, as we've seen in the RDR lobbies before, anything could happen. Mikhail, he's about a second off Vosey still. D-Lux having a bit of a struggle out through the final bend and across the start-finish line to enter the final lap. It has allowed Jolvo to also pull within a second. So, 2nd and 3rd, 4th and 5th, both battling away for a position change. Vosey, he is still hanging on in there out in front. He is keeping Mikhail behind. Not too sure if any lunges or any attacks have been made from Mikhail yet, or whether he is just waiting in the distance, biding time, and slowly but surely building the pressure on Vosey, and hopefully pushing a mistake. However, no such mistake is coming from Vosey. He has been racing phenomenally well around Bathurst. A 4-second gap between himself and Astral. So a dominant run from Astral, but again, not to discredit Vosey and his fantastic race so far to put himself silver position on the podium. Mikhail, he is working very, very hard indeed to keep third position and also see if he can climb up, but I just don't think it's going to happen here. Deluxe and Jolvo, though, in 4th and 5th, anything could happen between these two. I forgot the name of the corner, sorry, but down Skyline corner now goes Deluxe, again with Jolvo just about a second in tow. Through this little downhill section off the mountain, through Forest Elbow and onto the Comrade Straight, these two go. Who is going to come out through the penalty line? Neither one have got any penalties, which is good, and neither have the top-end runners either. Vosey, again, 2.5 seconds is the gap now between himself and Mikhail. Mikhail is now actually closer to 4th of Deluxe than he is of 2nd. So Vosey, again, very well done indeed. Deluxe, though, he's got half a second back to Jolvo. Can Jolvo put a move on to Deluxe here and change the order of the finishing round at the last couple of corners? Let's see. Jolvo is gaining here through the chase. A nice line indeed. Could see him place ahead of Deluxe come the last corner. But anyway, on board with Astral as he finishes the race, winning his first one for the lobby tonight in first place in the AMG. Nicely done, Astral. Vosey in second place, also with the fastest lap. Mikhail in third, and a photo finish for Deluxe and Jolvo. 6th place goes to Luke, and then 7th goes to Lockdown. Harrison has a clip. Thank you. I shall review it in a second, not to worry. Yaski comes across the line in 8th. However, Julian just a little bit out to adjust with that penalty of Yaski. Julian finishes in 9th. Vantage GT3 then, the last of the runners on his final lap as he approaches the chase for the final time. Can he... that insult made me laugh, smackhead. Oh, mate, it had me giggling, that did. I will have a look now, Julian. We will double check it, mate, okay? But anyway, Vantage, he finishes 10th and the final runner here on the grid. Nicely done, man, and thank you very much for staying consistent and staying in the lobby as well. I'll say it didn't have to leave like everyone else did. Obviously, I know people left if they needed to, but yeah, we like it when people stay in. But yes, all 10 cars managing to finish. Nicely done. So then, Astral first place, Vosey second, and Mikhail third. I think it's fair to say that that AMG GT3 is the dominant car for Bathurst. They're at 201.926 fastest lap from Vosey. Very, very close indeed between him and Astral's time of a 201.987. Literal credit cards in it between the pair of them. Fantastic racing from all of you. So, without further ado, there are some clips. I'm not going to do the whole grid, it's all good. We're just going to jump into some clips and review them. We've got one off Kian, which we'll review first as that came through first. Here we go. So this is Kian at Bathurst. Who's he accusing here of having an issue with? Vantage wrecked Kian twice. So let's see. I feel like I can sort of understand what's gone on here. By the looks of it, Vantage has gone wide out of Forest Elbow and he clips the wall in front. He's instantly going to be slower than Kian. Ideally, yes, Vantage, what we would like you to do is to have stayed to the one side and allowed the faster car to have moved around you. I think instead of doing this, you tried to move the other way and get out of the way. Yeah, with a last minute. Either that or what was that an actual attack? I'm going to watch it in full time, and we're just going to be watching the radar now, bottom right. So there's the impact with the wall there. He comes round, he's faster. It looks like it's a bit of like moving, like trying to get out your way, but then it also does look like he could be swiping into you. It's really hard to be able to fully tell. I somewhat am siding very slightly with that he moved over, because again, when it comes to the radar here, bottom right, as he comes through, there's that initial contact with the wall. We can see on the radar he's moving. Yeah, there's an extra movement. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think for that we're going to put Vantage at fault, mate. So Vantage, that can't happen. Just and say, if you are going to clip a wall, just stay on that side and get out of the way. Let the faster cars move them their way around you. I'm willing to put the fault there in the hands of Vantage GT3. So Alan, let us know in the chat if you can understand that. It did seem like a bit of an attack, mate, I will be honest. Yeah, Sliced, I'll refresh it in a second now. So, Harrison gets himself around Julian. We're on the brakes, and there's a punt. Can we go full screen? No, it doesn't allow me to go full screen. Okay. So, Elmo has a false start. Harrison gets around him. Julian, as far as I'm aware then, he would be on the right-hand side. I don't think that was Julian, or Harrison. I don't think so. Because realistically here, Julian's in 14th. Well, Julian's in 13th, sorry. So you're ahead, which means that the 13th car would be... Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think that's Julian. Yeah, no, I'm willing to put that... I don't think I'm going to put that at fault of Julian. I think that might be Vantage. So, in which case, if that is 2 incidences in one race from Vantage, one of which was a deliberate attack, black flag. That is true, Vantage. I think it's time to hang the keys up to the Porsche for tonight, mate. Yeah. Best off if you just backed... I mean, well, I'm going to be ending the lobby off anyway. Who won that? It was Astral. So, Astral, make sure that you let us know what track you want to run in anyway. But, Vantage, for the next race, mate, you won't be joining us. That is a black flag, mate. There was no litigation for that move on Kian, and of course, if you were also at fault for the punt and the incident at the start, then unfortunately, mate, we've got to implement the rules. We can't just run the rules for a few people and not for everyone else. But yes, no, it's all good. We'll always make sure that we review it. It's all good, Alan. Don't worry about it, mate, and say it does happen. It's okay. It's only for one race, mate. So we won't be doing Autodrome in Magayor. Who did Astro want? Astro wanted Fuji. 5 laps once again. We'll go in the evening with a bit more of that. There was also something else which I wanted to do. There we go. Lobby's up, fellas. Yeah, Harrison definitely gets insult of the round. That was fantastic seeing the message through to Julian, even though it wasn't actually Julian's fault. It was just really funny. It just caught me off guard seeing him call him a smackhead. I just wasn't expecting it. 13 in. That was fast. Sliced, Mikhail, Astral, Deluxe, Kian, Jolvo, Lockdown, Harrison, Yaski, Troyer, Zach, Julian, Phil. Hello, Phil. Oh, hello there. And Shan Swamp. Kick Sliced. Yeah, ta-da, but. Oh, that's why Vosy makes pasta. I'm with you. Ah. Right, there we go. Now that we've got the full list, so where's Phil? I can't see Shan Swamp anywhere. Now I can see Shan Swamp and Phil. There we go. Just saves a message, doesn't it? There we go. Yes, guys, make sure if you haven't already, smash that like button on the stream for us. And as well, if you're watching and you aren't already subscribed, make sure to hit that sub button, guys. Get involved with everything we do as we go live every week. So yes, in typical fashion, guys, practice is your qualifier. Get this over and done with, and I think, if I'm honest, I think we're going to be calling it an evening after this race. But we never do Suzuka. Hey, we did Suzuka last week. I'll have you know. Space in the lobby, by the way, as well, fellas. If the space absolutely doesn't go, which it just has, so never mind. Oh, it's gone to Luke. There we go. Luke's come back. Welcome back in, Luke. Nice to meet you, Phil. See if we can at least gain and sub this evening. See if we can get ourselves to 527. Or not from 5, or to 528, sorry. See if we can. Tell you what, actually, it's jumping back over to the Discord.
Yeah,
Oh, look who's back. Sliced is back. Hello.
Hello.
That was loud. Who was that? I was still on 100% volume. That'd be why.
Do you want me to turn my mic down?
It'd be ideal. Yes, please.
Okay.
Someone else is really loud as well, but I can't figure out who.
Hang on.
Am I loud?
No,
Oh, no.
you're alright. I've adjusted you. I've adjusted
Okay.
like
Hang on.
everyone that I normally see in a voice chat.
What about now? Am I too loud now?
You are very loud still, yes, but it's
Okay,
fine. I
hang
can
on.
adjust you. I can adjust you. Let me adjust you. Don't worry about it.
What about now?
No, it's fine. Sweet. Perfect level. We're all good.
Yeah, Matt, I had a pretty interesting crash at the start of last race, didn't I? Let's just say Kian did get his last place, I guess.
I'm not entirely too sure what happened there. I'll say I was watching it back, because the initial call was the contact from Julian, wasn't it? But then just looking back at it, like, Julian was nothing to do with it. He was to the side,
at
yeah.
First, it did look like Julian. I couldn't. All like,
Yeah. No, I'm glad that you two were able to sort it all out, like, but when you put that insult in, that it tickled me a bit, because I just wasn't expecting to see you call someone a smackhead in game. I've lost my biggest idol. I'm terribly sorry, but your biggest idol got black flagged. I just heard that like 6 times. Cheers, guys.
that's my bad. Headset died during my practice lap.
That's not good. But yes, anyway, get yourselves a lap in, guys, and we'll get underway. It'll be the last race tonight, guys, because yeah,
God,
it's getting on a bit, and my throat's hurting, but we're doing good.
One race.
Mikhail's switching it up for the Z4.
Classic
Interesting.
Yeah.
What, huh? What did I just say?
Don't worry about it, Alan. Don't worry. It's all good, mate. It's all good. You won't be the first one. You won't be the last one, sorry, to be penalised. It's all right. I'll say it's only for one race ban anyway, so you'll be able to return next time, because this is the last race we're doing tonight anyway.
Reassuring teacher.
I am the reassuring teacher. I am the primary school teacher of dreams, mate.
It's okay.
All
You're
right.
on detention.
Well, it's just, you know, I feel that it was just a fair judgment, given that there was 2 clips, one of which had 0 mitigation, the other was a poor turn 1. Which, you know, poor turn 1s happen. If it was just the poor turn 1, it probably would have been the same as what Kian had, and a false start. But, no, I feel that it had to have the black flag just because of that move on Kian. Like, again, another bit of mitigation for you, Alan. Kian probably deserved it. He more than likely did something to deserve it. But, again, we've got to be fair and across the board for everyone. No bias.
Doing better than the FIA.
I would do a much better job at the FIA, wouldn't I?
Right. Put what? Huh?
Do you want to try again?
English.
Put Matt in the FIA, bro.
Put me in charge of the FIA, and I will sort them all out. They'll be able to swear.
Yeah.
Yay.
They'll be able to swear. If any team comes complaining about any, like, sizes on things, and it's less than a millimetre, then that team will be told to grow up. Like, I'm not even... Should we do it? What was that, Yaski? Sorry? I didn't catch that, Yask. Should we do a bit more than 5 laps for the last race? Yeah, go on, we'll do 6.
Let's do GT2 cars.
Yeah, GR2.
Wait, are
No, I was blue.
I'm so sorry! Try again.
All good.
I impulsively did it. I do apologise. But yes, anyway, go and get your laps out. We're doing 6 laps then. Yaski's right. But yeah, I'm not a massive Hamilton fan when it came to that incident where he got disqualified from the Chinese Grand Prix. But even I'm like, come on.
Should
It
we
was
just like
0.5 millimeters too thin, and it's
Matt,
like
do you know what?
that's half of a credit card.
Yeah, Matt, do you know what?
What?
I think it's water.
I think there was water in the cockpit. Yeah.
What? That's crazy.
What was the other one? It's like, oh yeah, could you try on turn 2 using less curb? Nope.
Nope.
I thought it was, has you used K1 yet?
Yeah, just practice with the K1 button.
Available?
We are checking.
Man, for the first time, Albon's in really fiery as well.
No, that Williams got a bit of heart in it now. I'm so glad to see it.
I'm doing great, bro.
I am all here for a Williams uprising.
I want them to win races again.
Right, Zach. Now you got to step up, bro, in your league. Race.
All I want is Red Bull to finish like 5th.
What you want about?
It'll probably happen.
Like, let's face it, they're probably going to finish 5th, and it'll be completely carried by Max. But 5th for Red Bull would be nice because that allows 4 more teams to take the better off spots. Williams 4th. I think Mercedes, Ferrari 3rd, Mercedes 2nd,
Lawson
McLaren
needs to pack
1st.
it up.
You can't change your
That's just the problem with the car.
Got a Williams Lego car and it's sick. Yeah, I got the MCL 38 up here.
No, Lawson needs to pack it up, bro.
By the way, Perez did nothing wrong.
Get dropped
just saying.
for Japan.
I know Perez is looking real good right now, isn't he?
Yeah, he
I
looks
think that's
way
pretty.
good.
I think that's pretty much been confirmed as happening by now. Not confirmed, but there's been so much happening. Like, for example, F1 Insider. There hasn't really been many posts from F1 Insider that have been incorrect.
It doesn't matter who's in the car as long as he's
Oh, my
not
bad.
got the similar driving skill as Max.
I mean, again, we all know though that Red Bull isn't built for 2 drivers. That Red Bull is built for Max, and hopefully the second driver can just drive it like him. But yeah, Max's driving style has been beaten into him since he was about 10 years old. So realistically,
You mean getting beat?
I mean,
You'd probably get beat.
I think he, according to the documentary, yeah, he did take a few smacks when he was younger and a few long walks. But
Slice, you didn't see that.
I did.
anyway, so Astral, I think Astral might be on his first attack, I believe. Isn't Yuki Tsunoda going to Red Bull? I'd imagine so. It makes logical sense for him to take the seat over Lawson, and then obviously Lawson still stay racing, but in the Red Bull, in the Visa Cash App. Sorry, I think that is an all-round better move.
He'll probably get kicked off even past that. He might even not even take the V card seat even. Probably.
I mean,
wouldn't be
if he takes the V carb seat, fair play. If Hadjar outperforms him, then yeah, he's gone. But who's is it? Yeah, Colapinto's the thing for Doohan, isn't he? He's going to be the replacement for Doohan if Doohan doesn't.
Doohan, yeah.
If Doohan doesn't perform.
Constructors Championship in half the season.
Bro, Colapinto should have been in from the start. Like, let's be fair.
I agree.
Yeah,
I think they made a wrong move there. I think Jack Doohan maybe should have gone as a reserve driver for the first year.
He's
At
been
very
in there
least.
for like 2-3 years.
Ah, okay, then never mind. So he's done his stint. But I think Colapinto was a better driver.
Yes.
Out of all the rookies, though, I think it is fair to say as well, I mean, even myself, when we all talked about it before the season actually started and we all put down our calls, and Panam's got the recorded list for it, but I think a lot of us all put Antonelli further down than what he's actually capable of.
Yes.
Antonelli is a
Why is
very
Stroll
competent
carrying,
driver.
Aston.
Bro got driver of the day.
I don't know why Stroll's carrying Aston, to be honest,
He
but
got, right, I was gonna say, Antonelli got driver of the day, and he didn't even do it.
Stroll's above Ferraris.
That's
if I'm honest, I don't even think Stroll knows. Like, he's just here for the ride, isn't he?
Every now and then he gets some good performances, and then
Stroll is literally the little
again.
media monkey for Aston Martin. He does all the stupid events, and Alonso just turns up to the track and drives.
Daddy money.
I know. I can't remember what it was, but they've done like this thing where it's like you had to write a few things on a whiteboard, and then you sign it with your name, your signature.
Yeah.
And he printed the answer on the dotted line where he was meant to sign his name. And it's like, oh.
So, wait.
Like on it.
Was everyone's prediction for Stroll this year?
What, championship wise or?
Yeah.
Oh, he's finishing like 12th or something. Sorry, Aski, had a few bad quarters and just ended up really slow and didn't see you. No, that's fair enough. And say it's practice anyway. But yeah, is everyone ready?
No.
Mamma mia!
We should do GT2.
Matt, look at my car.
Zach, you're a fiend for GT2.
I know.
No, for real. That's why I mentioned the super G, the oh my god.
You sound like a cold started diesel.
Matt, I'm gonna kill you.
There we are then. So I'll add Astral of things on my list to look out for.
I think me and Jovo have got your new decal.
Yeah, look at my car.
Oh, Oh, yes, I see it there, just on the rear quarter. And then Jolvo also in the Red Dragon Racing Mustang.
On the rear
Very
window,
nice.
The rear window.
Yes,
Yo,
the
why
new...
is the C4 actually good? Holy cow, I like this.
It's the new big logo, of course, made by Casper.
The new, new logo is plastered on my Mazda right now.
And there it is there then, just tucked above the Coca-Cola sign. On DHL Zach Vroom Millimeters Hurricane. Of course, all of his... You put 2 M's, that's your doing. But... But yeah, every single car that Zach owns now is sponsored by DHL. He has no affiliation with the delivery company, he just really likes their customer service. Harrison ducking and diving all over in front of him. Bit of slipstream for him.
Fly away.
Right, anyway, if we're all ready, or at least all getting ready, I'm going to switch myself over to stream chat just ahead of it, so we'll get underway soon. But no, for the last race, guys, very best of luck to you all. Hopefully you can keep it clean, and we'll speak after the race, guys, okay?
Calm as a bitch.
There we go. And again, remember, if you need to submit a clip, guys, just save it and send it to me, and we'll review it after the race. And say I don't penalise mid-race because obviously we're watching the race and keeping it going. But after the race, of course, we can then penalise people. After this race is done, though, Vantage GT3, your black flag serve is completely done, so you can join in with any more racing that we do on the next stream. So don't worry about it. But yes. The penalties are in place, guys, and it's not because I want to penalise you all, it's just almost as a way to try and keep everyone racing clean, because it is frustrating. Oh, he's gone to bed. Oh, no worries. Well, you can pass the message on to him anyway. It is all good. But yeah, it is frustrating when you're racing and you do get punted off or whatever. So the ability for you to be able to say something about it and have some penalties in place, I think it just works out a lot better. I also just see that Troyer is in a Lidl's M6. That'd be interesting. So just waiting for a few more R's of people, and then we'll get underway. Guess we'll just ask them again if they're ready. Julian, Deluxe, Mikhail, Jolvo, Phil, Zach, Troyer, Astral. I think it's fair to say that we've got a fair chunk of the grid now already. Yeah, let's get into it. So then, the final race for tonight, and it's at Fuji. Astral is the decider of this race, as he won the last round out in Bathurst. So yes, as Yaski says in the chat, best of luck to everyone running in this race. Hopefully it'll be a good one for the final. False starts are on. No one has been penalised with a false start, so the grid shall all be getting underway. First corner probably is going to be a bit hectic, as it always tends to be. But the lights are up. Everyone's ready. And away they go. Deluxe and Astral tear off from the front of the grid. Mikhail, very quickly following Astral, knocks himself up into second place. That AMG just launches fast, but that Z4, I think, launched a touch faster. Round the first bend then. So Mikhail dips into the front. Oh, whoa. Who's in the pink one right in front of me? Julian. There we go. Let's go back and have a look what's just happened there. Kian's just left. Why is Kian left straight away? Oh, Julian. Julian. I think that was a punt from you, Julian. It was Julian. Trigger wasn't working. Oh. Yeah, what was that? What happened there? I don't know. Anyway, Julian is running in last. Mikhail now out in front in that Z4. Battling it up. Oh, what's happened there? Who did I just see in the Liddles? Troyer. Let's go back and have a look at that. incidents left, right and centre. I mean, there's a lot of cars here, all pushing for the same tight little corner, so I can understand if some issues have happened. We're just going to stay on board to watch this happen, because I did see that these guys had a big incident now coming around this bend. Seems all clean so far. Troyer and Voisey having a bit of a nothing, just an incident. It could very well be just an incident. We'll have a look. Troyer, though, 7th position. Voisey all over the place, but recovering. This is the corner we wanted to see. Voisey dives on the inside. Yaski also on the inside. Yaski receives contact from someone else. Not too sure who else that was that he received contact from. I think it might have been to do with Sliced. I don't know. But, yeah, anyway. Bit of a nasty incident happening there. Yeah, Kian, I completely agree and say it is a bit of a shambles here. Anyway, Deluxe finds himself out in the front of the field, though. Astral in 2nd place, and now Mikhail into 3rd. The previous race winner has dropped 2 places into 3rd place. Deluxe, though, running currently in 1st in his Hurricane. Yeah, pacing nicely at the moment, indeed, with Astral behind in his AMG. So less than a second split in the top 3 so far. A second and a half out. In 4th is Lockdown, with Zach gaining on him. Yeah, let's say Zach Yaski, you're going to have to, just again, guys, if you guys saw what happened, clip it and send it to me. And we can make sure that we penalise those responsible. But yes, Zach is pushing behind Lockdown, both in the Hurricane. I think the Hurricane might be the competitive car to use here. A lot of people using it. It was an accident, but I'm not proud of it. Sorry anyone affected from the car. Okay, Julian, thank you very much for taking responsibility. I appreciate that, but we'll just see you in the next run, mate. If you are taking yourself out the race, that's only fair. Lockdown picks up a 0.5 penalty just ahead of Zach, so that could cause an issue between those two, but it just depends on the pace. However, Zach does seem to have a lot of pace and is catching Lockdown slowly but surely. Voisey then in the M6, or in the M3 GT3, sorry. Nice to see it being used. I don't see many of them. But yeah, he's running in 6th place with Luke in the GDR in 7th. Deluxe then. Strip back on board with this main battle as these 3 are battling it out for the top 3 spots. Deluxe still holding the lead off Astral, but Astral very, very close behind indeed, looking to take that position off him. Mikhail in 3rd place, just ringing up in the Z4, waiting for a mistake to happen from the pairing in front. And then I'm sure he'll take advantage of that as and when the opportunity arises. Deluxe also looking to jump in on the battle as well, putting himself about, he's a second and a half out on the pace, so definitely could happen for him. But of course that 0.5 penalty is going to drop him just out of contention for the space in front, and Zach will take over the charge instead. Yeah, so this top group seems to be running pretty clear. It's 2 seconds from 5th to 1st, but then 5.5 seconds from 6th to 1st. So, yes, these two are tied into their own little battle as well, Voisey and Luke. Voisey then just coming around the chicane. He's got Luke in tow in that GTR. I think it's fair to say that GTR is very competitive as well. I always see it doing really well, and it's, of course, Deluxe's normal preferred car of choice. But Deluxe has decided today to go for the Mercedes. Anyway, so Zach has just come in front. Luke has just come in front of Voisey. And I did also see that Lockdown has made a move on Mikhail. So even with his penalty, which he will now serve, and it'll drop him back down into 3rd once again. Maybe even, he's going to drop back down to 5th there, unfortunately. But, no, he did actually manage to make the move onto Mikhail. So, yeah, nicely driven indeed, Lockdown. Just a shame about that penalty, but it's all good. Back onwards again. Deluxe and Astral, once again, slaying it out of the front. These two are taking hit after hit with each other, aren't they? I'd say they are running so close. Must be very, very hard for Deluxe in the position that he's in right now, having Astral so close to the back end. That'll be interesting since they're pretty slow. It'd be nice for the racing, perhaps maybe a classic car race next week. Funny enough you say that. We are doing the 205 race next week. And there won't be a car show or anything next week either, as we are going to trial something else. So you'll have to stay tuned for the schedule to be updated on that. But yes, as Casper said, if you're not in the Discord, jump into the link that's in top of the chat, and hopefully that should take you to the Discord. If it doesn't, let me know in the comments, and I'll sort that out for you. So Deluxe takes the defensive line. However, Astral, he takes the offensive line. He puts himself ahead of Deluxe and into 1st place. Deluxe just loses the place there to Zach. Zach pushes himself up into 2nd, taking full advantage of Deluxe running wide out of the chicane. It's now on Deluxe to be battling, and Deluxe now also into the grips of Lockdown. Lockdown potentially even looking at a podium spot here. Nicely raced indeed. About a second out, splits Astral and Zach, as Zach and Deluxe come too wide around the final bend and onto the straight. Deluxe just tucks up behind Zach. They are bumper to bumper, 3 Hurricanes, pulling each other down the final straight. I don't like Discord, to be honest, so I don't have my account though. Fair enough, no worries. Zach just staying firm in charge of this pack. Lockdown looks up the inside, as does Deluxe. Both of them go up the inside. Zach allows it to happen. He tucks back onto the switchback onto the inside. However, oh, it's looking positive for Lockdown. Lockdown is up into second place. He's made 2 moves. Fantastic racing from Lockdown. Deluxe also pushes past Zach as Zach runs wide out of Coca-Cola corner. Oh, what a race from these fellas. Lockdown occupying second place now. He's now got just about 2 seconds between himself and Astral, but he can't be worrying about that right now. He's got too much going on behind him in the form of Deluxe and Zach, both battling it out to take Lockdown's position off him. And once again, Mikhail just wrangling away in the distance, waiting for a mistake or something to happen in the battle. And yeah, we're just looking to take an opportunity as and when one comes up there. Lockdown though, nice steady line there through this through this bottom section of track, the last sector in the circuit. Bit of a snap from Lockdown, but he's kept it nice enough. Astral now about a second and a half in front. Lockdown actually starting to put a bit of a gap between himself and Deluxe. I'd imagine it's because Deluxe is under so much pressure from Zach. Zach there taking the optimal outside line, putting himself for a lovely exit, and once again right back onto the back end of Deluxe in that Hurricane. Lockdown though, Lockdown is now pushing Astral for the lead. Astral will... that was really high. Astral will now take us on to the final lap in his AMG, but it's not under a dominant run from what we saw in Bathurst. No, he has got Lockdown in his Hurricane, pushing really, really hard behind him. Lockdown looks up the inside, no room there for him. He backs out and just waits for yet another opportunity. Deluxe runs a fair chunk wide there. He ran wide enough for Mikhail to make use of that opportunity. Mikhail now looks to take 4th place off Deluxe. Zach starts to clear away in 3rd and chase Lockdown for 2nd place once again. Astral still in charge of this race so far, controlling the pace from the front of the paddock. He's done really, really well in the AMG. Late night RDR Group 3 racing with commentary. Absolutely, especially when the F1 isn't on in the midweeks, mate. That's what we're here for. Final lap then, Astral, 0.2 seconds is the gap between himself and Lockdown in 2nd place. Lockdown looks up the inside, can't find the gap, he squeezes onto the outside. Astral takes the defensive line into the chicane. Can Lockdown make use of the outside? No. Astral shutting the door out on Lockdown, but very close between the pair, and again, potentially even a bit of contact as they go too wide. Through the right-hand bend, sweeping towards the final corner. Zach also joining this battle now as well. But it is Lockdown! Lockdown finds the inside line in his Hurricane, puts it ahead of the AMG, and it is Lockdown now leading the race through the final corner. Lockdown takes the final corner nice and defensively, doesn't want to give too much away, and there it is. 1st position. Podium for Lockdown. What a fantastic run in the last couple of corners for Lockdown 42. Astral can do nothing about it, just to fend off DHL Zach as Lockdown dives for the line. Top 3 finish. Deluxe in 4th, Mikhail 5th, and sliced across the line in 6th. Luke in 7th, and Vosey in 8th. Jolvo comes across the line in 9th, and Harrison comes across in 10th. Troyer rings up in the Liddles M6 in 11th, followed then by Yaski, who is just coming around the final section now to ring up the rear of 12th place. But yes, what a phenomenal race and end between these 3 here. Lockdown in 1st place, Astral in 2nd, and then Zach in the DHL Hurricane in 3rd. Phenomenal race between these 3. Edge of seat stuff at the end there. RDR record here. What's the RDR record? What's the RDR record? What a fantastic run between these 3. I cannot thank you all enough for allowing us and giving us the pleasure of viewing such a fantastic race. .37.2 just now. That's a fantastic run. Yeah, Slice with the 1:37.2's fastest lap. But no, let's have a look at these timing gaps then. Barely anything between Zach and Deluxe. Hardly anything between Astral and D. What an incredible finish. That is a replay worth saving. Remember, guys, any clips, get them sent over to me. Just checking in case I have received any, but no. But, oh, fellas, race fans, what a finish. That is the exact type of racing that we've been after all night. It just hasn't been coming through. It hasn't been translating across for most of the drivers, but no, absolutely hands down well done to Astral, Lockdown, and for Zach, all getting involved in that massive race. That was a fantastic finish from all three of you. Lockdown, of course, coming out on top. I think that might actually be Lockdown's first ever RDR podium and win. So in which case, very well done indeed, mate. It's been a long time coming, and you have earned that position to stand on top. But no, that was a fantastic race. I won in Monza. Oh, second. Yes, you did. Of course you did. I'm so sorry. But no, I mean, yeah, it's well done, mate. All I'm going to say is there are some phenomenally quick drivers out here, and for you to come through AS and, you know, wipe the floor with them, it doesn't happen often, mate. But thank you very, very much for coming to do so, mate. I really enjoyed that last race, guys. The one thing we can say about Fuji is it does always happen. I wonder what the 10% off for. That would be for Dubby. Did you what? You're the first person to ever actually ask me that. Oh, thank you for the sub, whoever that was as well. But yeah, the code RDR10 gives you 10% off at Dubby Energy, which is another energy drink provider. But they work closely with gamers. But no, I'm in shock and awe from that last finish there. I think that was probably the nicest finish to any race that we've had in an RDR lobby for a very long time. How often do these races happen, Ben Robertson? They happen, I'd say, every week. We do Group 3 racing at least once a week. We do change things up. We do change things up with our other streams. But yeah, the racing happens every week regardless. We do that pretty much every Tuesday. Yes, we do throw some other things in there. And of course, Ben Robertson, jump on our channel and check out the other streams we've got posted for this week. Tomorrow, we've got the return of the RDRP, which is our own roleplay that we set up on Gran Turismo. So, of course, everyone is welcome to join into that. There's no driver or sportsmanship rating limits there. And, yeah, we stream Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. On Thursday, we are doing a Mazda Touring Cup, or Mazda Touring Car Cup. So, everyone will be in the same car, and it should give us some phenomenal racing on Thursday. We do have a penalty system in place as well. So, obviously, it's false start, back of the grid, and then miss a race as well. Plus, potentially asking you to leave if things continue and you, you know, smashing people off every single race, ruining it from first, etc. Also, Lockdown, I do remember that you were in the lead in one race before as well, and you were ruined by someone, and you lost your real lead because of it, and that was a real shame. And that's what actually brought us on to bringing in the penalty systems. But no, thank you ever so much, guys, for everyone who's joined in with us tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure once again to stream for you. I love doing these commentary streams for you guys. There's something new, and I definitely think that they're going to be staying around on the channel even after I get my wheel, because it's really positive for us to keep going. But yeah, no, thank you everyone who got involved, especially to all of our racers tonight, and well done to our winners. So the winners tonight were Sliced Bread, Spatula, and Astral and Lockdown. Those were the 4 people that had won races over the course of the 6 races that we ran tonight. But yes, thank you very much, Jovo. Make sure to smash the like button on the stream, guys, even though we're shooting off. But yeah, smash the like button on the stream for us, see if we can break those records. And other than that, though, guys, that has been it from me, and we will see you in the next one. Take it easy, guys. Catch you tomorrow. Peace out.